Welcome to episode 34 of the Apocalypse Rescheduled podcast show. The band name of the week is Mercantile Machinations, because alliteration is all you need to make a band.
Yeah, it is true. And be sure that when you go to look up mercantile on dictionary.com, you don't accidentally type nasty gash in because this is on your clipboard and you forgot to copy the word mercantile.
Yeah, Nasty Gash
Wow.
is in the running for band name.
Yeah. We had it all listed
You guys
out,
know-
and I forgot what mercantile meant.
There's a browse at the bottom. You can just browse it.
We'll just be talking
Yeah,
about
but I refuse
dictionary.com
to
for the
use
first minute here. Dictionary.com is not a sponsor, but feel free to. Because
You can take quizzes on here.
we're really big
Do
in
people
the
go here?
Dictionary.com has really expanded the functionality of the dictionary. Because on each of the
Way to
page,
go, guys.
it's got the origin of the word, and then it's got difficulty index, so you can know how many people in a language would know it, and it's got like the Scrabble value and the words with friends value. So many things.
Oh,
Wait,
that's pretty cool. The
Scrabble
Scrabble
and-
value and the words with friends value.
Are those different values?
Well,
they
apparently
were
they
little-
are, because they're listed separately, and Mercantile lists them at 14 and 18 for Mercantile.
Fucking weird, man. Okay.
You can also take an emoji quiz
Oh, God.
because you already took the 6 on BuzzFeed.
Examples from the web and historical examples. Man, dictionary.com, you're really on point. I didn't know I needed all this from my dictionary online resource provider. I was just looking up definitions of words. Now I can have this whole learning experience.
Dude, I mean, they got to do something.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
got words of the day in which they bring up like the first time it was used and shit.
So I'm looking
Although
at...
as soon as you add a new feature,
Oh, hey,
that's a
Kerfuffle's in here.
shitload of like pages you got to update and a lot of database entries.
Yeah.
Because if you decide you're going to put the Scrabble, maybe it's like
Well, I mean,
an
unless you
algorithm you can throw in, but still, that's a shitload of data.
So also, I don't know what your guys' version of this looks like, but with HTTPS and all the ads blocked and all the Java pulled out of the page, like, it's these huge white chunks of area. Like, there's stuff in the middle, but there's still a whole bunch of stuff missing.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Yeah.
kind of weird.
That's how websites are nowadays, man. They're for that minimalistic look.
Well, this is not on purpose. I'm sure this is filled with stuff that I currently can't see.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of ad blocking, Google apparently is to provide built-in ad blocker to Chrome web browser in the future.
Yeah. Which is smart for them, because that way they can have people will just run it without thinking about it, and they'll filter out the offensive ads and run non-offensive ones.
I only want to see offensive ads, though.
Seriously.
Those are the ones I'll look at.
I
No,
only
the
want
word
ads
offensive in this
specifically
context, Corey,
from
doesn't
JList
mean...
and black.com, and those are the only two.
What? All I heard is black.com.
Those are the only people I want ads from, are black.com and JList.
You guys are confusing two of the definitions of offensive, which you might not have done if you had looked it up on dictionary.com.
Hey, there we go.
Oh,
Let's
shit.
look it up, everyone.
Offensive in this context meaning that they're very loud and annoying and flashing versus
Oh,
filled with
okay.
pornography and gore.
Well, I want those.
You want
Give me that. Oh man, this actually isn't that new of a thing, to be honest. I had this browser I had installed previously called Brave browser.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it had the same thing, and their eventual plan was to instead run their own ads that they curate through their browser, which is exactly what you were saying, except it would also like give you like a minimal chip of the proceeds,
Oh yeah.
which would be pretty dank, but they haven't gotten around to doing it yet, as far as I'm aware.
I think Opera also had ad blocking built in.
Really?
Yeah. I'm not sure though,
Oh.
because it's Opera, so, you know. The fact that
I
you
guess
know
that's
about
probably-
Opera makes you like the 0.1%.
Yeah.
Hey, man, I liked the UI, but it was just kind of ass. It always crashed on me.
Opera?
Yeah.
Yeah, my
Well,
Opera always.
that's
I had
you,
it
man.
downloaded for like a month and it was crashing a lot. I had the same problem.
That's
I don't know
weird.
why.
Like, I thought the general consensus was that Opera was fairly
This was
stable.
years ago, dude. Who knows?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, this was like in high school when I thought I was a cool kid for
Oh,
using
shit.
something different.
Yeah, back when
Okay.
people were not using, like back when everyone used Internet Explorer and you were the cool guy because you had Chrome installed.
Oh man, I
Oh,
used
shit.
Opera too because it was the web browser on my Nintendo Wii.
What? Oh
I just
yeah,
took a-
it was.
Yeah.
I just took a BuzzFeed quiz.
Why?
It says order some In-N-Out, and it'll tell me how old I am, and they got it right. It's 23.
I don't
Oh, shit.
understand. Well, you might as well send a link because I'm not doing anything.
You pick some items, you just do it. And then it says, hey, you're this year old.
It's going to think Thomas is 78 or 4.
Did you guys click on it?
I'm clicking on it now.
Haha, you fuckers went to BuzzFeed. Fucking faggots.
Well, yeah, but I have ad block up, so
It doesn't mean anything, Thomas.
it means they're not getting any ad revenue from me. You cuck.
Oh.
Yeah, they're not getting anything out of me by going there.
Pick a
The
bird.
offensive
I
part
remember-
of BuzzFeed is the way that their content's presented. Anyway,
It's because it's made by women.
what is it now?
Well, let's
Dude,
see. This quiz
I
right
don't
here
think
is
you
by
can name-
Ryan Shokit. So no.
Yeah, that's a woman.
BuzzFeed staff. The picture is of a man.
For now it is.
Wait, are you saying this will be a woman or used to be a woman?
Really either one. Pick
Let's
one.
check. Let's check their Twitter bio. No, nothing about it. So if they were trans, they would definitely have something about it, and they're not.
I remember when I was playing like Flash games, like Heli Attack. I always thought that like whatever it was, whatever fuck Crazy Monkey Games got money every time I clicked in the game.
So, strawberry beverage. I will have Diet Coke.
I got 23, so
Secret menu item.
okay, I got something to say about secret menu items. They're not real.
They sort of are. What it
No,
is, is
but
like
most
things
of
that are
them aren't. Most of them
discontinued.
aren't.
Yeah, that's true.
Most of them are, I bought a bunch of stuff and put it together. If there's actually a thing you can order that's not on the menu, yes, that's a secret menu item. But this 4x4 burger, there's no way in hell that's a thing.
I
Grilled
also
cheese.
got
No, you
23.
just tell them you want 4 patties.
Okay, but like you don't walk up and say, I want a 4x4 burger.
That's true. They'd have no idea what you're talking
Right.
about.
You would. I assume you
You
have
don't
to
go
walk
to
up.
KFC or McDonald's and say, I want the McGangbang. They'll be
Right.
like, no, fuck you.
But no. See, I think everyone knows what a gangbang is, though.
Yeah,
It's
they.
just everything.
Well, no, it's not. But
Well, I don't.
I don't
know
think they
everything.
could acknowledge that they do.
I don't.
'cause
Yeah,
it's called
I
the
think
McGangbang.
Yeah. But like, I feel like if you walked up and asked for this grilled cheese, they would know what you wanted. Like, it would actually be a thing. Or the protein style burger. I assume,
That's a real thing. They
yeah,
do know.
Yeah. But versus
Protein actual
Style
thing they
burger
sell.
is a thing that people do.
So that is a
seen that
secret
happen.
menu
See, that's-
item
yeah,
because
that's
that's
what-
not on the menu.
right,
That's
I'm
an
just
actual
I'm
legit
just
one.
saying there are things that are secret menu items, and then there's the things where you smashed a bunch of shit together and just called it something.
Yeah, my
Yeah.
mom.
Like the
my mom
McGangbang,
eats protein
obviously.
burgers all the time. Well, not all the time, but whenever we go to get.
She has
burgers.
3 a day.
Yeah, but no, she has to do that because her doctor gave her had to give her a low carb diet because she gives a shit about dying.
You're gonna outlive your mom. Somehow,
To be fair, his mom's like 25, so
yeah.
Literally a year older than me. By the way, Corey, this thing said 23, and so they're wrong. I'm 24.
I'm
Oh,
also
are you?
24, so
Yeah.
it's but a year off though. Let me change
Yeah,
these.
well,
Let me see what happens.
That's because the options are probably 23, like 21 through 25.
Yeah, let me
There's
make
a
it as
total
let me
of,
make it as old as possible.
1, 2, 3,
You think 90-year-old people actually maybe they are doing these things.
3, 4.
No, old people do
5.
Sporkle.
I wouldn't even
Right.
consider a no thanks option.
I mean,
Yeah,
there's a
it-
total
no,
of like
dude, it-
120 possible combinations here.
Well, the second one I did is also 23. So we're immediately just blowing this one out of the water.
Wait.
This is trash.
No, that's not right at all.
Welcome everyone to the podcast.
4 to the 5th, which is 1,024. That doesn't
Sure, I'm
seem
glad
right
that
either.
this is how we've decided
that's
to
right.
spend our time.
Hey
and
man,
not-
I got combinations and permutations mixed up again.
I used to work with someone who loved these things.
What, internet
Like
quizzes?
they would, yeah, not specifically BuzzFeed. They would spend like probably 2 hours a shift just taking BuzzFeed quizzes.
See, that's so cancer, it already...
Like it's literally giving you lung cancer as you said it.
yeah.
Just the words
Hold
were
on.
so toxic. You have pneumonia now.
God damn. Get the mesothelioma.
The way
Ah,
that people
shit.
spend their time on the internet sometimes makes me wish that they weren't allowed.
See, Ben, the thing is though, I've spent the last 4 weeks, literally 4 weeks, at work doing nothing. Today, I didn't even get an email. No one was in the office, so I just sat there and watched YouTube videos. That's why, every fucking, when you wake up in the morning, you see, oh look, Corey posted a fucking dart competition video. And here's another one of him, of they're chopping a tree down. Because that's what happens, man.
I guess.
So, you know what? You get bored, man.
Find more interesting YouTube channels. That's what we want from you.
I did.
I did. I drove. They're drying out. They're all gone.
They're all those competitions, man. I watched a pool one today.
To be fair, YouTube is trying
Or
to
was
kill
that
all their
yesterday?
content creators, so it might be increasingly hard to find good content.
Yeah.
They didn't do it on
Patreon or
Yeah,
Vimeo or
they didn't do it on purpose, but they are killing every one of them somehow.
Really, all it helps is us because we create some pretty shitty content.
Yeah, and also we're not
Low
being
production value
targeted because
content.
we just made tutorials for 10 years and they're completely inoffensive because that's the only thing anybody knows about.
I mean, one of my quick guides has the F word in it, but that's it.
This has the F word in it like 100 times.
You're right.
You fat.
Hey,
We're
this
not
is a
making
highly
any money on
offensive
these, so
podcast.
whatever.
Corey's
What the fuck was that
legitimately
sound?
he's actually dying.
I don't know what's... Dude, I'm eating these potatoes and I'm just choking
Stop
on them,
eating
man.
potatoes.
I gotta eat them!
He does have to eat them.
You don't understand. Like,
Thomas,
don't
you
eat
do
them,
not
they'll kill-
understand.
They'll kill my family.
They just show up with a bowl of potatoes and they say, eat them. And I say, okay.
Eat this or you're gonna
Make sure they're
fucking...
sweet potatoes. I need those healthy fats.
Oh, man.
Sweet potato's the only thing where like the sugarier version of it is like the less healthy version.
Maybe.
What?
Like a regular potato in and of itself doesn't taste like much.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Maybe. It depends how you cook them, too.
Well, yeah.
Like boiling versus baking.
Yeah,
and
if you
stuff.
just boil a potato, there's not really much to it anyway.
Yeah. Some chemical.
Congratulations,
nutrients. I
you've
don't
mixed
know how it
together the
works.
two most boring ingredients on the planet. A potato and boiling water.
Potatoes are not boring, Thomas.
Potatoes aren't boring; they're just
Flavor-wise,
They're
they're pretty boring.
right.
Thomas,
but
look
they're-
what we can do with potatoes. You have
Yeah,
French
they
fries.
act as a base. They're as boring as a blank canvas.
but
he's
all the possibilities.
Yeah, all the
Thomas.
possibilities,
Yeah.
though, Thomas.
Yeah, you know, like
We
the
have mashed
possibilities of a blank
potatoes.
canvas. That's why I
Mashed-
use that as a metaphor.
Mashed potatoes
Yeah.
and French fries.
Supposedly
French
from
fries
a,
is you just throw it in the oil.
yeah,
Yeah, and that's
supposedly
oil.
from a nutritional
Oh,
standpoint,
whatever.
you can eat just potatoes and drink milk, and that's all the nutrition you
Then
need.
you've literally said that 3 times on this podcast.
There's no way I have. I don't think I've
You
mentioned it
absolutely
once.
have. No, you have. You
And here's
totally
the thing:
have.
no reason to believe it's true.
Hey man, you go back and it was
I
an
just heard
episode.
it and repeated it a bunch.
It was in
so-
episode 24 and also episode 7.
Shit, Corey's over here with the transcripts. All right.
Exactly, dude.
Kid just has it all in one PDF, and he's just like, all right, find in page.
If you run this through a transcription thing, I wonder if it would actually work very well.
No, not at all. It would be terrible
Yeah.
because they're
Because
pretty
Thomas
much
is almost
universally
echoing
bad.
and ruining it.
If
Ruining
YouTube
it.
is any standard to go by, then no, it's really bad.
Is it still shit?
It's
Was it
all
shit
Yeah.
like 10
Yeah.
years ago?
Yeah, it continues to be terrible.
I guess they just threw that division out.
Yeah, I guess so. But like, they have so much stuff to work on at any given time. It's surprising
Do they?
that they get anything done because they have like 100 projects ongoing at the same time.
Well, I mean, they always release these like small things, like, oh, look, now it's a different, the graphical layout is different now or something, like little UI changes to the video player itself. I see those happen every once in a while. Which
Okay.
I don't care about.
So if you eat, oh Jesus Christ, this is a lot of food. If you have a gallon of milk and 8 pounds of potatoes,
A day.
Oh my god!
A day?
yeah, I think so.
Oh God.
It supplies basically everything except you're a little low on iron, folate, and niacin.
Both of those volumes is way too much.
Yeah. Seriously, what?
I don't like you can do that, but that sounds like a lot of food.
Like 2 potatoes is a pretty fucking big meal, man.
A potato.
Well, it depends on the
A
potato.
potato
It
is a
depends on
side
what kind of
dish, man.
potato you're talking about.
I'm talking
8
about a
pounds?
standard
8
baked
pounds of
russet.
look, let's be clear. 8 pounds of anything a day is a lot. That's
A
way
standard
too much.
russet potato from the
Yeah.
organic aisle. And the single wrapped ones.
Oh wait, this person based this like on a book from 1846 for some reason.
Yeah, he
holy
can kill
shit.
himself.
But
Okay.
no, okay. So this person said that a working man needs at least 8 pounds of potato a day. I'm like, okay,
Working man, as in like.
but it says 1846. Okay, so you could probably
physical
eat,
labor.
Yeah.
He works on the railroad or some shit.
Yeah, probably. You could eat a lot less than that. You'd be fine.
Yeah, Ben, you eat fucking nothing.
Yeah,
You eat like 1,000 calories a day.
probably eat 1,500 to 2,000.
I don't think so.
You don't know what I
don't.
eat.
You're not hitting 2,000. I lived with you for however long it was. You know, no way you're eating 2,000.
Yeah, but
calories.
I usually have a meal every day that's 1,000 calories.
Yeah, that's 1,000 calories though.
Right,
You
but
eat
then
one
like
meal a day.
yeah, I would eat some other stuff too, especially now
You're not
recently.
You're not eating 1,000 calories worth of shit. Whatever, man. I just don't think you are eating that much.
I guess maybe an outside perspective would be better at judging that than I would. I just feel like I eat a lot.
What do you think? You go to fucking New York Pizza, have a slice and a half of pizza, and you're like, oh, that's 1,000 calories.
What could be?
That's
I
like,
don't.
It's
that's
not.
like 600 slice and a half. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I finished the other slice later.
So, yeah, you're
and
right.
you do have a soda.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you could do 1,000.
I gotta be right back again.
Well, this week I know we said we were going to watch National Treasure or National Treasure 2 or whatever, but we instead decided that wasn't enough Nick Cage for us.
is Nicolas Cage.
Thank you, Corey. And
It's
we
not
went
even
with-
that it was Nicolas Cage. It's because we kept talking about people's faces
We did.
like, being eaten and
Whatever.
Shit, like, just removed faces at the previous cast.
We did talk
So,
a lot. Yeah, we got inspired and we watched Face Off instead.
Yeah, with John Travolta as Nicolas Cage as John Travolta.
John Travolta and the last time his movies were any good.
Did you know that National Treasure was based off of? It was. Never mind. Go ahead.
I hate
What?
you.
What were you gonna? Were you gonna say
right.
it's based on Face Off?
I was gonna say Nicolas Cage is the National
It was
Treasure.
based off of
Are
real
you
location.
shitting me with that alarm? Hold on.
What the fuck is going on?
Corey's having a breakdown.
All right. I fucking hope so. God damn.
And by a breakdown, I mean his third one.
Well, hold on. Let me pull up this Word document I made while I was watching this.
Movie was great, except for that one part that we'll talk
Except
about.
for the one part.
Everybody knows if you've seen this movie, you know what I'm talking about.
Corey
The
sends
part
me a
where they pull
message
the
and says
face
this.
off.
Corey sends me a message and he says this movie
No.
is really creepy. And I was like,
I said it's uncomfortable.
It's uncomfortable, right? And I was like, it's just one scene that's creepy. There's one creepy scene.
Oh, is that the one where Nicolas Cage in John Travolta's face pervs on John Travolta's daughter?
Yeah, that was awful. I was about to have a fit.
Oh man, yeah,
That was awful.
I decided to write stuff that I was confused about or found fucking weird during this movie, and I've got a page and a half of content.
Well,
Oh, boy.
let's get going then, Thomas.
All
Let's-
right,
the basic
let's
basic
get going.
premise, because somebody's going to need it for context.
Okay,
Is
so
John
first off-
Travolta? Shush.
Okay, go ahead. Yeah.
John Travolta is a cop, and Nicolas Cage is a terrorist. And Nicolas Cage gets real hurt, and they need to find out where he put all his explosives that he's going to blow up like Los Angeles with. So John Travolta switches faces with him, using cutting-edge technology that still doesn't exist.
The thing is, though, what's so cutting edge about it?
I don't know.
Well, first off,
It's a
faces
laser.
don't work.
First of all, it's a laser. There's no cutting. It's just it is
Laser
cutting.
cutting.
It's
That's a thing.
Whatever, man.
well,
you
it's
can't-
just not how faces work at all, Corey.
Is it not?
No,
Not.
faces, they're not just a layer that you just pull off and slap a
We're
new
not
one
like
on.
rabbits. Our epidermis is attached via things, man.
How would you think? Do you think you could manipulate a face if it was just put back on? Doesn't make any sense. All that muscle wouldn't have to be reattached.
It's fucking
Yeah,
gross.
but isn't it just like a face? It's just a cover.
It's not.
No.
No.
Oh.
It's a complex series of nerves and blood vessels all connecting everything.
Yeah, it would literally have just been rotting on his head the whole time.
Oh man, that would have been a better movie.
It would be. It
Yeah.
would be rotting, and then they would have to reattach it.
Fuck me.
if they took his face off and put it on and it didn't work and it just
They took
started
his face
rotting.
off.
Yeah.
All right.
It wouldn't have any tension on it, so it would be droopy in weird places.
Yeah.
Like you would see
Ah,
the
that-
red around his eyes all the time.
It'd be like a Batman villain.
Yeah. I mean, he'd be a lot like a Batman villain.
Yeah.
The Joker specifically.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
It's true.
Maybe Two-Face?
No, new
Or
50.
No-Face?
No, new 52 Joker. Corey, his face got cut off.
Oh, how could I forget about New 52?
It's the.
I mean, it was
well,
a thing.
It's not the most recent one because they had the other one. What was it called?
It's called Death in the Family.
53.
No, the newest.
No,
the
wait.
one where Dr. Manhattan made things weird.
Oh,
Oh,
that
shit,
was...
I don't know. I don't know what that one's called.
That was
That's
Watchmen.
Shut
No,
the fuck.
this is different. They're doing a crossover between Watchmen and the main DC.
Whatever it was. That was the most recent Universal reboot. Before that was New 52. Maybe it's New 52 afterwards. I don't read much DC. But
Yeah, whatever.
point being, the Joker had his face cut off. Thomas was going to go through his list.
All right. First off, you've got a man falling on the ground with a dead child at the fucking merry-go-round, and nobody stops the merry-go-round, goes over to look and see what's going on. Nothing.
Thomas, it was a silencer.
Thomas, first of all, a man
Still see
takes
a man on the ground.
a man
Also,
decides.
people are generally really inconsiderate and don't give a fuck. If you saw that,
There was a lot of blood, and it's
I
implied
saw
that the
that-
bullet went into the kid's head. That has spray, man.
Yeah. Also, Nick Cage
Maybe
just
it didn't
goes
come
to
out
a
the other
park to
end.
murder kids.
No,
wanted
he
to
went to
kill
the
the
park to
cop.
kill Archer, man.
There's no established relationship between the two prior to that.
Didn't the
There
movie just
absolutely
open
is.
up? Open
No,
up
yeah,
with
that's
that?
the opening of the movie.
Yeah, and then everything else happens later. We don't know that he had like any relationship with Archer before that.
No,
Hey man,
he
it's a
did.
way to fucking start a movie. You just kill a kid right
He
off the bat and say, "Oh
he
shit!"
Says, he says at one point in the climax that the bullet was meant just for Archer.
Yeah, but we don't know why.
Yeah, but he was
Because
super happy
he's-
that he okay. Yeah, maybe it was maybe the kid wasn't the intended target, but he was super happy that kid died.
Yeah, because he's an asshole.
Maybe he didn't know. It was far
Well,
away.
like, if-
He'd
if
already
the-
stopped looking
yeah,
at the
okay.
scope.
He totally saw that. Come
he
on,
totally.
man.
He wasn't
Yeah,
that
okay,
far
then,
either,
fine.
by the way.
Well, yeah, he's
He
not.
was
He's
he
not
was
a
like
mentally sane
50
person.
feet away.
Also,
Yeah.
why didn't he finish Archer off?
Because he totally just wanted to kill that kid.
I
That's
guess,
what it
yeah.
was. There we go.
He was there to murder kids, and then he had to come up with a story later.
Just happened to be a cop's kid.
And the fucking weirdest part about that entire scene, okay, is that when he falls down off of there, they show like the blood splatter on the fucking merry-go-round horse, and it just neighs spookily in the background in addition to the score. It makes no fucking sense. Why would you do that?
Why would it neigh at all? It's a carousel. It doesn't have
Yeah.
sound effects.
It doesn't. Well, it might. A lot of them do actually. They have music.
Yeah.
Most do, Thomas.
Yeah.
Most? Since when? They're all like traditional ones that just play music.
When was the last time you went on a carousel?
Probably like 15 years, but still, that was just music.
Exactly. I went on one like 2 years ago.
Okay. Anyways,
Why?
There's one in Pullen Park. Did you know that?
Yeah, that one's famous.
Probably.
That one doesn't have any horse sound effects.
Thomas didn't know that. I don't know if it had sound effects. I wasn't
And I
paying
do.
attention.
It doesn't.
I was sitting there wondering, wow, this shit goes fast.
Corey's sitting there wondering, why is a 21-year-old man on a merry-go-round? I could be at home drinking.
Well, I wouldn't be drinking,
That's,
so I'd just be at home.
Yeah.
drinking and masturbating.
Yes.
Thomas,
That's the way to do it,
I keep
Thomas.
telling you, Thomas, you don't have to do both at the same time no matter what. You can
It's
just do
literally
one.
required.
He can't just do one thing though. We know this.
That's true.
Anyway,
Thomas,
back on the
anyway.
face off.
That was number one on your list.
Yeah, that was the first bit. Next up, we got Cage in the pedo stash and Reverend outfit. All right.
That was weird.
Yeah, no, and
Okay,
he's dancing
he doesn't
around.
have the mustache when he's in the preacher outfit.
Oh yeah, no, that was when he shot
Priest.
Archer. Anyway,
Yeah.
Anyway.
Wasn't that girl underage?
Yes.
Oh yeah, he
It doesn't matter if she
another,
was. She is now because we've decided.
Perved out
She
another
is now.
17-year-old in the movie.
I
But
mean,
anyway, he pulls out
yeah.
this fucking Fisher Price My First bomb. He opens it up and it's got this fucking cartoon skull and it says, "What's the password?" He starts.
I mean, to be fair, Thomas, that's what I would do.
Yeah.
And
If you're not gonna,
you may not have noticed this, but when he presses the buttons, little flames pop up on the button presses because he's that edgy.
Thomas, you got to have fun with it.
Yeah.
Oh god.
You got to make your bomb look like it was made for a child, for like a small child, so that it's even less conspicuous.
See, and I was confused about the why of this whole thing until I realized, oh, his autistic brother built the bomb.
Yeah.
His
Which they
autistic
don't
brother that he-
they don't say it, but he totally is. That's an autistic man.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
God damn it!
He really is though, Corey. He doesn't talk to anybody
Every
but
episode,
his brother, and he's on
I
medication.
know he is.
Like
I
that's an
understand.
actual like autistic person.
But you didn't have to say it, man. We talk about autism every fucking episode.
Well, I mean,
But
it's
no,
good to talk about it. It helps Thomas. He's got to confront his condition.
And in a movie full of incompetence, I was really struck by the lady on the plane before Cage gets
The FBI?
Yeah, she's
This fucking
yeah.
woman's
The FBI
retarded.
lady, she was so useless.
The stupidest thing you could ever do.
She was like, "All right, I'm gonna fucking suck on your tongue and not take this moment to just pull out my gun that I have, as established by a later scene."
No, Thomas. That would have been a bad move. What she should have done is
Eat his tongue.
when she pulled her gun out. Yeah, she just
Go ahead.
poisoned her own tongue, and then
Yeah,
did
spit
the
spit
thing.
like ricin or something into his mouth. I don't know.
Oh,
Yeah,
God
dude.
damn.
She got a little
Fantastic.
compartment in her mouth to just put ricin in there.
Get like a bottle full of acid and spray it
She
in.
should have planned this, man. Why didn't she have a little slit?
Oh, she
somewhere?
absolutely had a plan, and that plan was to get herself taken hostage and then killed before thrown out of a plane like it's goddamn amateur.
She should have just started shooting.
Seriously, what the hell? It doesn't make
Yeah.
any
Like,
sense.
I mean, look at her options. Either she was going to die. That was it, actually.
Yeah.
Because
I mean,
if she
she
killed the
coulda-
pilot, she just would have ran into a building and died.
She could have
Yeah.
been like a sort of like concubine type situation if she committed to the role.
Okay then.
That's an option. I'm just saying there were options.
And then the kid rolled out on the fucking pavement and got ruined. I hate
Yeah.
that. That was a tough scene to watch.
And then afterward, they go into the hangar and they're having that fight scene in there. And Travolta knows how to operate this like test, this jet engine test operation panel.
Thomas,
Just
it's not that
instinctively,
hard. Come on.
he doesn't
you
even
just hit
look
the
at it. He
yeah.
just hits a button, and there's
You
like
just hit
16.
the red button, man.
There was 3 red buttons. I checked.
You hit
I
the biggest one.
freeze-framed.
You hit the biggest
They were
one.
the same
Everybody
size.
knows,
They were
Thomas.
the
Jet
same
engines,
size
you
and
hit the
all in a
biggest
row.
one.
All engines are
the
designed
biggest one.
and required by law to be designed that the biggest button makes it go.
Why would he even have multiple buttons? You should just have like 2. Like
And then
on and off.
immediately after,
Maybe just one? Like a
Immediately
push
after
button?
the fucking combat scene, it just transitions straight to Travolta's family life. Just immediately, just
that's
giving
what's-
you the worst
You
whiplash.
gotta keep the plot going, Thomas. It's a tight
Yeah.
movie. There's not an ounce of fat on it.
Yeah, there is an
Except
ounce
all-
of fat, and it's his daughter. His daughter doesn't need to be in the movie basically at all.
Yeah, no, she
There's only
serves
She was
one-
there
she's
to make
just-
things uncomfortable.
There's one purpose she serves, and that's to like sort of attempt to humanize Nicolas Cage's character as John Travolta when he pulls the guy that's sexually assaulting her out of the car and beats the shit
Yeah.
out of him.
Yeah, that does happen.
Yeah,
You're
that
like, look,
happens.
Nicolas Cage isn't a complete piece of trash, even though he's
still a complete piece
he's
of
just
trash.
he's literally just an anarchist. That's only thing he does in this movie is kill kids and blow up like hospitals.
Yeah,
Like there's no
he
there's
was
no
essentially
redeeming
Heath
quality.
Ledger
I don't-
Joker before his time.
You
Yeah,
need those hobbies.
we're,
man.
we're sticking with the
Need those
Joker theme overall.
Yeah,
Nick Cage should have been the
Hobbies.
new Joker.
but no. And the thing about the fucking Travolta
God.
scene, Travolta home life, is that he hugs his wife, and every time he just runs his palm down her face. Like that's a thing people do.
Yeah, okay,
And
so
that
they
comes
did
back
that.
up later in the movie when he's proving who he is to her.
Yeah, and then the daughter does it to the adopted son.
Yeah, it's fucking weird.
It's weird. It's like something a blind person would do.
How's that weird?
It's
Nobody does that, Corey.
Nobody does
People
that,
don't-
Corey.
People don't rub their palms on the front of other people's faces when they hug.
Maybe it's their thing. There's a lot of people, man.
Yeah, well, it's fucking weird. There's a lot of people that do a bunch of fucking weird stuff, and this is one of them.
Hey, man, as long as it's 2 consenting adults.
But it wasn't. It was the daughter, and she rubbed that kid's face like that, and they weren't
Oh
even
yeah,
related.
that did happen. Neither of them were adults, and I doubt the child consented.
I'm not talking about that bullshit.
Okay,
I'm talking
that's fine.
about the adults.
Well, okay then.
Also,
Yeah,
okay, skipping
If
ahead
it's
a
2
little
consenting adults, they can do whatever the fuck they want to do. I don't care.
bit. Yeah,
And
but like
then
if I
later-
saw somebody doing that in public, like there are 2 people on a bus doing that, that's just weird.
That's when you
Yeah.
start vomiting on them.
Although to be fair, almost anything anybody
gotta
does on
learn
a
how to
bus is going to
vomit
come
on
across
point.
as weird. On a bus, you sit quietly and don't look at people. That's it.
Or you just stare at them.
Yeah, that's true. Or you ask people for money and eventually try and rob a guy with a knife.
Okay, and then afterwards, all right, the chief of police or whatever the fuck says, we're not going to evacuate the city based on your hunch, which you formed based on the PowerPoint you found in a terrorist briefcase outlining his dastardly plans.
But Thomas, they were fire buttons.
Yes,
What?
Corey. Thanks for bringing that back up. I appreciate that.
You gotta trust how crazy he is if he has the fire buttons.
And you really have to ask yourself, which is more expensive? Evacuating LA for a day, maybe two, versus spending billions of dollars on surgery to get Travolta to infiltrate a prison to get information from the autistic
think
brother.
The second one,
billions of
Thomas. The
dollars?
second one costs much, much less money.
Dude, they already had that tech. They just had to do it.
They
didn't develop that tech
that's
on
not
the
even
spot.
comparable, man. The losses from evacuating a city for a couple days versus replacing a guy's face. That's a
Man.
joke.
How much? That doctor isn't doing it pro bono.
So
How much do you think he's getting paid?
right, Thomas.
He's already getting paid. He's not getting paid more.
Right, but Thomas, you lose all of the money that people would have made in Los Angeles that day. All of it.
All right, fine.
Also,
fine.
you got to have
Okay.
all the cops working.
In addition,
firefighters.
to getting everybody out, like that's not even adjusting for like the costs. I'm just saying like the fact that 20 million people didn't work for 2 days.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's a lot
okay.
of money. Plus, dude, that chief of police would have got his ass eaten out.
Well, he died anyway.
If he was
so it's
wrong.
fine.
A lot of people enjoy getting their ass eaten out, Corey.
Thomas, it's a fucking phrase.
Is it?
Yeah, and it means the opposite of what you
Get it-
intended.
Also,
That's what I'm
also,
pointing
Corey,
out.
it's totally not. The word is.
I
You're
know.
supposed to say chewed.
I don't care.
Yeah.
Okay? I don't care what the actual phrase is.
I don't care about
I
making
say what
any
I want.
sense when I talk.
It makes
He
perfect
would've
sense,
gotten
Thomas.
his
You just have
ass
to use
eaten
your
out.
ears.
I feel like we made it through like 3 of Thomas's lists.
You get it, though.
I'm just getting the best parts of it actually.
I have something
Let's
to talk
see.
about, too.
Cage with a close cropped haircut looks like a fucking child wearing wearing an adult male's face.
Well, he was wearing an adult male's face. That was a child playing Nicolas Cage.
You're
Thomas.
right. Let's see. Travolta freaking out after the surgery, very upset that everything happened to him in the exact way it was explained.
Yeah, that was weird.
Yeah, and
I
then-
don't know what the fuck that was about.
And then his voice being changed with a total of 6 button presses.
Yeah. Everybody knows there's only 6 human possibilities for voice.
Thank you, Ben.
In fact, we've had 6 guests on this podcast. That's all 6 possibilities.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
None
let's
of
see.
them female, but that's fine.
There's only one woman voice. and
That's
it's
why they're not
shrill.
allowed to talk, Corey.
Oh, no.
We went with 2 sexist jokes at the same time and talked over each other.
Fantastic. All right, and then Cage goes to the prison, and they're like, the Geneva Convention is void here. Because you're not a prisoner of war, you're just a regular prisoner. So the Geneva Convention, none of it.
Also,
Not here.
the Geneva Convention is void here. That one guy was a stalker. Like
What?
that one guy, the one guy that talks to him, like the prison, that's being played by Tom Jane, who was Punisher in 2004. Like he's in that prison because he was stalking someone.
Oh, shit.
Yeah,
What?
Maybe he
Yeah.
had a lot of priors.
That's
even so, like the Geneva Convention is void here. That's insane. What kind
Maybe-
of prison is this where you put a terrorist and a stalker in the same room?
It's apparently like 10 miles outside of wherever that was.
Apparently, somebody really hated Tom Jane in that.
I guess.
Where the fuck is there is there just an abandoned oil rig over there? Just-
It was just on an oil rig because apparently it's an illegal super prison.
All right. And my biggest issue, all right, with
Stupid
the whole
fucking
fucking
magnetic
movie,
boots.
the Spec Ops lady, the Amanda Waller character, CCH,
Oh, there she
Pounder.
is.
CCH Pounder, she just disappears. She could resolve literally everything just immediately.
She died.
She died,
just-
Thomas.
She
She
got
died?
burned.
Yeah,
Did she
the
get
doctor
burned?
and his staff got all killed.
Yeah.
She was his
Tom-
shit. I didn't see her when she was wrapped up.
I mean, I assume she died.
She went over to film Warehouse 13. They needed a new season.
Or the Shield.
Fuck.
So she was like, I'm out. I gotta go film this shit.
But still, she didn't tell anybody.
Well,
There's
I
not
mean,
like a dossier for the like
he burned all the evidence and whatever,
He
man.
said off the books.
Yeah.
Oh my god, she has to have books though.
So they
There
burned
has
him.
fucking Christ. Point is, dude, this is very very botched. They didn't even make a secret pass, like a secret handshake or something, so that way they'd know.
It doesn't matter. He would have died anyway. The kid
Also,
died.
I
They don't know
gotta
anything.
say, his wife was way too willing to believe that serial murderer who shot her son in the face was actually her husband. She
Yeah.
accepted that way too quickly.
The thing is, too, his autistic brother was immediately was like, "This is not my brother."
Yeah,
You know?
he did that.
Yeah.
Like
immediately.
when he first saw him, I was like, "That's bullshit. He's no way in shit, you know." What? Because he's not like loud right now? He's not my brother. They must have stolen his face.
You know what? Maybe
That's what his mind
maybe
went
they
to.
had a plan and specifically in place for that. He didn't say the code phrase to say that means my face hasn't been stolen and replaced.
That's true.
I mean, I have a code phrase for like me and my brother only know in the case of either of us being stuck in like a coma dream or in this kind of situation where we need to verify
forgotten,
identities.
Does he still remember?
Yes.
No, he doesn't. He doesn't, because he made that up just so Thomas would leave him alone one day.
That's true.
Thomas wouldn't
Oh,
leave him
man.
alone and he was like, "Okay, I'm going to come up with a secret. You can't tell anybody, and you have to be quiet all day if I tell you."
It's the word
No,
faggot.
that's not how that even happened.
I don't care, Thomas. I'm
I
making a
came
joke.
up. I gave the entire pitch and then told him the passphrase.
Oh,
Yeah,
even
there's no
worse.
way he remembers that.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably not.
He said, "Thomas, what the fuck are you talking about? We never had this conversation. Who are you?"
Okay. Anyway, let's see.
The bloods
Like
don't
if-
match. It must
like
be
if
my
someone's-
husband. There's no
like
other
if-
A positive people in the world.
Like if someone's like, I don't know,
Also,
stole my mom's face, man, I wouldn't fucking know.
Yeah, but you
just
like
feel
do you and your mom even talk to each other? I get a feeling that she doesn't even know how to speak.
Yeah, that's true. What the fuck's wrong with you? God damn it. Jesus Christ.
You're the one that agreed immediately.
Yeah, you're right though.
oh man, I liked over the course of the movie how
She's still better texting than your mom.
That's
Sorry.
true. My mom doesn't know how to text.
John Travolta like switches out his bad acting for Nicolas Cage's bad acting.
That's the best part of this movie.
Yes, and it feels like Jim Carrey for some reason. It's weird.
The only really valuable thing this movie does is it makes Nicolas Cage try and be John Travolta and John Travolta try and be Nicolas Cage, and I think it permanently warped both of them. I don't think they ever recovered.
Oh, I believe
Did
it.
anyone else get confused?
No.
For a few times there, I was like especially at the end, I was like, "Oh shit!" But you killed him, and then it was actually he was still in his other face.
See,
Like
I
before
didn't
before
because I
this
wasn't
movie,
retarded.
Nicolas Cage was an Oscar-winning actor,
Fuck you, Thomas.
and John Travolta was respected and stuff. I don't know if he won an Oscar, but he was in like Pulp Fiction and stuff. And then Face Off happens, and both of them just go insane. Maybe they actually
yeah,
had their faces swapped for the movie and just didn't switch back afterwards, and now we're seeing the
Maybe.
results.
Oh shit!
What if
They've
John
slowly
Travolta
gone
became Nicolas
insane due
Cage?
to it over the years.
Yeah,
What if they're
they,
the same person?
no, they're definitely not the same person because Nicolas Cage is a vampire and John
Also,
Travolta
I don't know
definitely
what
isn't.
I don't know what specifically prompted me writing this out. Maybe just the first time I saw Travolta delivering lines in this movie. I wrote, "The greatest lie Travolta ever told was convincing the world he could act."
Presumably, he
see-
was good in something at some point. Otherwise, people wouldn't have allowed him to continue.
He was good in a musical. And
You
that
gotta-
let him continue. He's got a good singing voice. He's not good at being.
He's not good at being.
Of course, that being said, Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah, that's also fair.
Kid's jacked though.
Yeah, I mean, he's a brand. He's not an actor anymore.
Turns out gains can make up for anything.
They can't. You guys remember when the kid went on drugs and he had that gift face? That
Arnold Schwarzenegger? Oh, when he's eating that hamburger on the floor?
No, that's David Hasselhoff.
Oh shit, you're right.
Fuck, I'm talking about in Face Off when he meets his when Archer goes and meets Nick Cage's friends and he does those drugs.
Yeah.
That shit was crazy, man.
I'm
Those
gonna
faces
take
and shit he
His
made.
face. Oh.
He also treats children the way you would like an abandoned pet. So I found
Yeah.
this kid. Can we keep him?
Oh god. Yeah.
Just any
Hey,
kid.
man, he got his.
my
got his
son.
kid killed.
Yeah, my son got killed. I found a new one.
Well, yeah, why didn't he just adopt a kid? Wouldn't even know the difference.
He wasn't ready to adopt a kid. I guess that's why he didn't get a scar put back on.
Somebody should have just like showed up at his house with a box and been like, "He's still alive."
I mean, that's basically what
There he
happens
is.
ultimately. He switches faces, steals a kid, ensures that all their parents are dead.
Yeah.
Maybe this was
True, none
actually,
of this
you know
would
what? This
happen.
was John Travolta's plan the whole time.
Holy shit.
Was he knew about that kid? He found out about the kid.
Kill
He's
my
like,
kid, huh? I'm gonna murder you and take your kid.
Yeah, like
There
some
it
kind
is.
of predatory dinosaur that does that.
Or
I
a blue
got it.
jay. Blue jays do that.
So yeah, there was some animal. and I
Wait, no,
couldn't-
they do the opposite. Never mind.
Well,
Blue
yeah,
jays
there's-
murder all your kids and make you raise theirs.
Yeah.
Oh no.
No, there are certain species of birds where they lay an egg in another nest, and if that bird like destroys it, they come back and destroy all those birds' eggs. So it turns into like a protection racket where I'll lay my eggs here and you'll defend them, so I don't have to.
Sounds like a fun.
And the
tower
thing about the
defense
blue
game.
jay hatchlings is they eat way much more than the other birds and are way more aggressive as hatchlings. So they are just the other birds starve anyway.
It sounds like a fun.
Yeah,
time.
it's a lose-lose deal. That's why blue jays are still around.
Yeah.
And those other ones we can't name aren't because we can't name them.
Yeah. Anyway. No.
Also, cats destroy birds. Apparently,
Well, yeah, they're
the
cats.
U.S. Bird population is just constantly decimated by cats.
Yeah, well, I mean, honestly, birds would be like much more annoying just in general if we didn't think they sounded nice.
Although honestly, yeah, if we dislike the way that birds sounded, and there are plenty of birds that I dislike the way we sound, we got plenty of birds. It's fine.
Yeah.
Like I feel like we got the right ratio of birds and cats. Like we have slightly too many cats, but other than that, it's fine.
Any amount, really.
What?
Oh man.
Cats are fucking stupid.
So are you though.
Oh yeah. Well, there's only one of me, so it's fine.
There's only one of
Also-
any individual cat as well, Corey. There's not multiple of the same cat.
Nah, they're all the same.
Let's
I
see.
guess.
Dude, fucking bullets though, and guns.
Yeah,
What?
like a 12 cartridge magazine.
The
Oh,
MP5 has
In Face Off.
a maximum of 30 rounds, and that end scene on the boat, he had to have shot like 150 rounds.
You should go back and count it and make a video out
It's
of that with
fucking
an updating
insane.
timer or counter.
And he was using, like in the church when he was using
Yeah.
his Beretta.
Yeah,
That thing holds, I think, 13 or something.
yeah.
It's fucking.
And he shoots
Well, I mean,
he
it's
shoots like 50 rounds in a row, like one big long trigger pull because it's an automatic pistol.
And then the
Fantastic.
Glock holds 17. That's it. So it's just 17. He didn't have one of those fucking barrel drum things, which look fucking retarded.
Almost every any attachment you put on a pistol looks stupid though. To be fair,
What if it's like
the
a
least
clip that's
stupid
attached
one
to
is
the
a
bottom
laser.
of? What if it's a clip that's attached to the bottom of another clip that you have put inside of another gun?
Why isn't it just like one of those, like a chain gun thing? You just hold an ammo box on the back or something.
Because that doesn't work great for most pistol designs.
Well, then
You would
make
have to
it work,
literally,
Thomas.
you would have to redesign, you would have to design a gun for that specifically.
Also, a
mean, they
chain
got
fed
money.
9mm is the stupidest idea I've ever heard of.
Yeah, it's basically, yeah.
I guarantee you, Thomas.
There's
has worse
no,
ideas.
nobody's gonna buy that. Like maybe
That's true.
3 people.
I can come up with the worst idea pretty quickly.
Dude,
so.
people will buy
Yeah.
any fucking guns.
Yeah.
They'll just buy them.
Doesn't matter how well it works or how badly. If it's unique,
That's-
someone will buy it.
That's fair.
You can
Although-
you can buy those like knockoff ass guns that like literally say, "Hey, there's a chance that this might just explode when you shoot
Yeah,
it."
no,
Remember
you
when
can't
Buy them
Harvey
anyways
Dent,
and shoot them.
Harvey
you
Dent almost
build
got
that
shot by
gun,
that
all
Chinese
right,
gun.
in the one, and you sell it in the one state that still probably allows a handgun to do that kind of thing. All right,
It's just that the Chinese,
and you say,
Japanese
and
garbage.
you advertise it. They're obviously going to ban this basically as soon as you buy it. So you should pick it up now.
Yeah.
Hey, we found a way to make a gun way more dangerous. Hasn't been banned yet. Buy it quick. The
It
ATF
shoots
is coming.
butterfly knives.
Yep. Fun for the whole family.
Why are butterfly knives illegal?
They're not.
Oh.
You're
What,
thinking of
man, I saw
you're thinking
people
of
had those-
switchblade knives.
Yeah, you think of switchblades. I saw people with
Yeah.
butterfly knives literally in a middle school.
That doesn't mean that they were legal.
Yeah, but it makes it much more likely.
I don't believe you. I think they are illegal.
Why would they be illegal?
That's what I thought they were.
Man, there's at least one at this house.
Oh shit! Call the FBI. Get 'em.
Yeah, do it. Switchblades are illegal because the blade comes out so quickly you can walk up to stab somebody like without having to actually pull
What
a
the
knife out.
fuck? It says they're not considered weapons.
That's the exact opposite of what you said.
What the fuck?
I mean, how is it worse than a regular pocket knife in terms of?
That's what I was asking. I thought it was illegal,
Well,
but I
they're-
guess
yeah,
I was
they're
just
not.
thinking
They're
of
not, dude.
switchblades.
Dummy.
Switchblade's illegal if it comes out of the hilt like straight out, or if it swings out with the blade edge out.
Because
If
it's
it-
like too fast for them
Yeah.
to react. or
Yeah,
something,
if it
right?
swings out with the blunt edge out, then it's fine.
Wait, are you telling me I can? Oh, it says you can't have it in public. It's illegal to possess or carry a knife in public.
Yeah,
Where?
In some
a
states.
knife. In
Yeah,
some
places make it weird to hold knives. Like most of the UK have a whole bunch of
need to-
knife laws.
It's because
I
they
need to
don't
get myself
want
a
like
butterfly knife. Then that's
You know that story where the police raided like an apartment complex and they pulled out a bunch of pointed sticks and listed them as weapons and they had like
oh yeah, a
photos
bicycle wheel.
Yeah, they had photos in the paper. It's like, look at weapons confiscated. It's literally sticks and garbage.
Thomas, don't talk down to the bicycle wheel.
That
We've
was
already
in,
discussed
that was
you
in
can
Britain.
ruin some kids.
That was
Yeah,
in,
you
Britain
put
at the
a
time.
bicycle wheel on a stick and spin it and run at people.
Yeah.
Friction
You know how
burns,
much fucking
man.
like rug burn? Yeah.
I mean, or
You'd
just
fucking
hit
get
them with
ruined.
it.
That hurts so much. You put a bunch of nails in it. Now it's
They
like
might
a weapon.
They
of
might even
mass
get a
destruction.
bruise. It's true.
You take the tire off. You choke somebody with it.
Yeah. Think of all the ways you can kill somebody with a tire. Now, all of those are crimes, so therefore bicycles are illegal.
Yep, it's true. I looked it up. Throw Lance Armstrong in jail.
Well, I mean, that wouldn't be that big of a
I'm
loss.
not gonna get a butterfly knife anymore. I'm just Google imaging him, and it's just like a bunch of edgy looking motherfuckers.
Yeah, no, that's like the-
middle
the-
school, that's who they market to.
Their market is
Fuck.
kids that play with knives. Because there's no advantage to it. It's a little bit cool when people fling it around, but it was cool for like 5 minutes, and that was 10 years ago.
They're
15
the
years ago.
nunchucks of knives.
Yeah, they're the nunchucks,
but
of
without like
knives.
any application.
They also have the parallel with
nunchucks,
nunchucks
at
that they're
least-
probably illegal in the UK.
Wait, what are you gonna say about nunchucks?
Illegal in the UK.
No, Thomas was gonna say something.
I was gonna say at least nunchucks have like some application.
Weren't
More than,
nunchucks
like, just a
invented
regular
in
stick does.
Okinawa when Japan like banned most martial weapons?
Probably.
They banned like bladed weapons, and consequently, like most of the things we think of as martial arts weapons now arose as like farmers.
It was
developing
improv
tools.
farm equipment. Yeah.
I don't know, man.
Original ninja gear.
I would really never want to get hit with one of those.
Nobody wants to get hit, but like everybody that had one as a kid hit themselves in the testicles at least once.
I don't know, man. I think I'd rather get fucking cut.
Or at
That's
least I
just-
hope they did. I hope I'm not the only one stupid enough to have done that.
I never fucked around with nunchucks.
Well,
Yeah.
then you missed out.
It was like, this is gonna end poorly. Here you go.
I mean, you could just fucking string some pieces of sticks together and do it.
Yeah.
You could just do it.
Of all the things that you can make, a nunchuck is basically the easiest. It's literally just 2 pipes and a piece of rope.
Not if you want a
man.
good one.
That's true. You
They're
can make
way
it
If you want a
better.
good one, Thomas, you exactly. You just make a better one.
Yeah.
God damn it.
Like,
Okay.
yeah, you can make
Come on.
one badly, then it's bad.
Anyway, that's our face-off discussion.
They
I
took
really
his
like the
face
guns in this
off,
movie.
man. His face
I'm gonna
off.
take his face off.
Why is this movie called Face/off?
Put it on my face.
Like, why
Who
did they put
cares?
that? Like, it should have been like a hyphen or just space. I don't understand. This has got to be the only movie that anybody can name with a / in the title.
Oh my god, it's definitely not.
Well, name one.
It was.
I
It was
can't.
pretty.
Exactly.
It was pretty cancer to pirate this movie because you had to do the slash. If you just type in face off, it doesn't.
You
come
could have
up.
just
typed
bought it.
face-
You could have just bought it legally, like me.
I did buy it legally
Corey,
after I
I
found out
sent
I
you-
couldn't pirate it.
I sent you the fucking link. Like immediately when I told you what it was, I sent you a link.
Yeah, Thomas, but I'm not gonna illegally download something.
Oh, okay.
Are you saying you committed
Anyway.
a crime to conduct this podcast, Thomas?
Yeah,
I'm gonna have to kick you
Always.
off.
basically every time.
We can't condone that sort of behavior.
You have to understand, having me talk across state lines is a federal crime.
Oh shit, I am in a different state.
Yeah, you idiot.
Well, no, but see, it's Corey's voice that's coming to us.
Oh shit.
That's the
But
argument
he's
I will
still-
make in court.
And we're just talking to each other and Corey's listening.
Yeah, I know he's hosting it, but
Yeah.
but somehow it's his fault.
Thomas, did you ever get that 2D face thing to work?
No, I couldn't get the 2D live thing for FaceRig to work because it's just a ton of fucking effort. Like, just a
Why?
whole fucking lot. You've got to fucking build layers for, like, iris, pupil, whites of the eyes.
Well, just make it look like ass then.
Yeah, you can do it badly.
It goes back to
Oh,
the whole
man.
thing with the nunchucks, Thomas.
Fantastic. Okay. And then just make it better.
Exactly.
All right. I might pick it back up at some point, but I'm like on my final week of classes right now, so
Dude, you're
I'm not
still in
about to do
school?
it. Yeah, for another like 4 days, man.
Jesus Christ.
Get off my dick.
Been in school forever.
Just generally, really.
Wait, are you gonna be done with your whatever it is?
My degree, yes.
Okay, I didn't know if it was a degree.
Yeah,
Yes,
it's an associate's degree.
Yeah.
In web
like
technologies.
Isn't it called Associate's Arts of Art? Or that's Bachelor
Maybe.
of Arts?
I don't fucking know.
It's like at the college they have Bachelor of Arts and Bachelor of Science for
Yeah.
like
I just
physics and chemistry.
I just
and
hit
whatever
the
fuck
one that
those
starts with A.
I don't know, like, what does it mean that you have a BA in physics? Like, I don't
That
understand.
means you're fucking not as smart as that other kid.
Yeah, but, like, I don't get it.
Well, it stated it was less math intensive, or actually no, it was less computer programming intensive, because like a lot of physics these days like it is done using like Python and shit, and this one
Yeah.
didn't have those courses.
Seems like art students wouldn't want to do programming. Fucking nerds.
Yeah, but it's still a physics degree. I don't understand
Yeah.
why they, like, okay, I don't know. It feels like you could come up with a different terminology.
Turns out, man, it doesn't really matter where you went to school.
No. Like, there's like
Basically,
there's
no,
like
it's
20,
like a
there's
mean school
20
like
that
Devry.
matter, and everything else is inconsequential.
I don't even know that. I mean, like, cool, you went to MIT or whatever. It's not going to be like, sorry, we only hire MIT people.
No.
Maybe that's a thing.
Maybe it gets you something. It's hard to quantify.
It's definitely better than not.
Yeah, like if you had a choice
Yeah.
between the two, obviously.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's probably a lot more work.
If you had two equally qualified people and one of them went to MIT and one of them went to like West Texas Academy of Science or something, then yeah, obviously.
DeVry University, man.
DeVry University isn't even a real school.
What's the
Yeah.
one that got shut down because it was fake?
Is it DeVry?
All of them. ITT Tech like shut
that's
down.
what it was.
No,
That's
ITT
what it
Tech
was.
didn't get shut down, Corey. They closed the loophole that allowed them to get federal funding for classes, and then they realized, wait, if we won't be profitable this way, so they just shut down like the
Wait a
next
minute.
day.
No, I thought it was that they were like not providing good education or some shit.
Well, okay, so
Well, they're
basically,
obviously not doing
no,
that.
okay, there was more or less a loophole in the law that allowed them to get people could get federal funding to go to school there. Like there's federal funding to go to colleges, right? And the law was changed so that ITT Tech no longer qualified. And like the next day they decided, okay, we're shutting down operations.
So what happens to all those fuckers who were like in their last semester of school?
They get
just
screwed.
ruined?
Yeah, they get ruined. I think like the last semester probably finished, but like anybody else that was still there is like out of luck.
That sucks.
Although to be fair, they were already being scammed, so
Who the fuck goes to ITT Tech?
no one now.
People who listen to the radio and say, hey, that's a good idea, I'll do that. Because they always start those fucks with like, hey, you want a high-paying, fast-growing tech job?
You want to be a nurse's aide?
The biggest industry boom since...
It's like there
fucking
sure are a
red
lot of
meat.
old people now. You can handle their poop if you come get a degree with us.
Yeah.
Hey man,
You're
don't
not
you have to
wrong.
have a secretary's degree or something to be a secretary?
No,
No.
you don't.
You need a degree.
Really?
Yeah, to be an
I mean-
administrative assistant? No,
yeah.
it's fucking anything.
It's just a degree?
Yeah.
It
or
literally
ex-
does,
or
like, and also
experience in an office
or just
environment.
experience. Yeah, like they'll hire you if you know what you're doing. It's a job where you like answer phones and schedule meetings.
It's gotta
and
be
stuff.
no work, dude. Should have done that shit.
Well, it depends on how much the person feels like imposing their job on you.
Yeah.
Because it could be type
mean,
up. It could be type up all the notes from this meeting. It could be transcribe everything I did today, or it could be,
Yeah.
hey, do I have any meetings? No, okay. It all
It
depends
could
on
be,
the person.
hey, can you send this thing to this? Can you give X a rundown on Y? Blah blah blah.
Of course, this is all speculative. This basically all of my knowledge of professional work environments is based on the
Well, I mean,
Office
I-
TV show.
I applied to an administrative assistant position, and I'll hear.
You're
back
not a
from them.
woman, Thomas.
It's true.
Which,
Well,
you know,
maybe it
is,
is. I don't
its own like barrel of problems, but it's still probably true that has an impact.
Yeah.
This knife looks
what
like
are
a
we talking
bird.
about?
We
I don't
were
know, man.
honestly
professional,
not much. You want to talk
professional
about baby blood?
environment?
I
was
want
gonna say professional.
Oh yeah,
environment.
scientists are pouring baby blood into mice, and it makes them younger.
No. It's specifically young blood.
Yeah,
They don't say baby
doesn't
blood.
say
They just
baby.
say
It
young
says
blood.
From,
young
no,
human
I've read the
blood.
thing. It's from babies, not specifically,
Is it?
not directly from the
It doesn't
baby. It's
say
from the
babies.
umbilical cord.
Oh, it does.
Yeah.
It does say that.
Yeah, it's from the umbilical cord.
By the way,
So
this
it's
is
basically
a legit, this is
baby
actually this is an article from Nature, so we're talking about something legit and not
Yeah.
a goddamn BuzzFeed thing.
We're
we
not talking
launched
about
this
like
with.
a deleted scene from Face Off. This is a thing that's actually happening.
So you're telling me that mice are stealing the youth of infants?
Basically.
So
Although
that one crazy woman that was like bathing in children's blood, like back in like the 1500s, actually might have been onto something.
Maybe. Who knows?
Well, obviously,
Well, I mean, she's the one doing the study, so obviously it worked.
yeah, she's still alive. In fact,
Yeah.
It's Sarah, whatever the fuck.
she's like, look, I've been doing
Reardon.
this for 500 years. I can make some money on this
But
finally.
yeah, it's a
People got some
they
fucking
tested
stupid last names.
they tested a bunch of proteins that are only found in baby blood, like fetus
Whey
blood.
protein,
All right,
Thomas, whey.
and tested them against other proteins from young or adult human blood, and just injected them into mice to see how they did on like a memory test. And the mice who got this one protein from babies did a hell of a lot better on the memory test, and like they have less of a decrease in muscle function over time, better metabolism, and less bone structure loss.
It's kind of fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Well, like now we got to start like harvesting babies.
Yeah, that's. The
I
thing.
mean,
You
more
gotta start
more than we
farming-
already were.
I mean,
farming babies.
You just gotta harvest the placenta.
oh yeah, we're throwing that out anyway, right? Except the crazy people that eat it.
Yeah, fucking god damn it, it's the fucking grossest thing I've ever seen.
Yeah, but like it was inside them.
You've seen the video?
Yeah, Ben, there's a lot of things inside me that I don't want to eat. Basically, most of it. All of it, really.
But you've already eaten it because it's inside of you.
Yeah, and I don't want to eat it now.
But you've already eaten it.
He's
though.
making a compelling argument, Corey. I don't want.
What you're saying is you don't want to eat
There's
it
not
again.
a single thing in me that I want to eat.
Yeah, I don't want anything that comes out. I don't want to eat it.
Yeah, you're not supposed to.
No, I
You've
can't. I
never
can't.
eaten your own vomit?
Not on purpose.
You're right.
Oh.
Like there's some
I mean,
residual.
I guess I've swallowed it back, yeah.
Yeah, there's some residual.
But I
like-
don't count that.
No, like
Totally counts.
That's
though.
uneating it.
if
That's
if
what that is.
nothing. Yeah,
Yeah, it's a good point.
it's like
It's got to leave the mouth first.
I spent good money on that. I'm not letting you get away.
Yeah.
Oh no, you don't. Get back in there.
But he's not licking it up off the toilet seat or whatever.
Yeah, no, that's gross. And I'm not like that one guy from that hot dog eating contest that gets shared, where he
Jesus
like
Christ.
throws up and he catches it in his hand and he puts his hand in front of his face, and the
No,
other
but that
guy in the
wasn't-
background starts vomiting.
Wait, wasn't that just the whole hot dog though?
No, it was just a
no.
stream, man.
It was,
Really?
he's projectile vomiting. He catches it and forces it back into his face, and the guy behind him just throws up while he's watching.
Yeah. Because what else are you gonna do in that situation?
I mean, it's not. It couldn't be really that bad, would it?
No,
I mean-
most of the time when I vomit, it doesn't taste that bad.
Yeah, because all it really is just whatever you ate. Plus a
Sometimes
little
it's
bit
really
extra.
spicy, but that's because of the spicy.
I mean, when it happens to me, it's just acid and it hurts.
Well, that's probably because you used to stop fucking dry heaving.
I did throw up yellow
don't.
bile one time.
That's
You
gross.
It was like this, like it was literally just like bright yellow.
I haven't vomited in like a
Good.
long time.
I don't
Good,
vomit
let's see how
much
long you can
generally.
keep this-
15 years,
That's one
No,
of those.
no
stats
way
you
it's
wanna-
been that long, Corey. That's
dude.
insane.
I haven't. I really don't want to vomit. I hate vomiting.
Eh.
Actually, yeah, maybe it was. I don't know. It's been a very long time. I almost vomited the first time I did the Krispy Kreme challenge, but I fucking held that shit in. Fucking, you pass the finish line, and the finish line is just coated in vomit, and there's people vomiting everywhere, and you're just like, oh boy, I guess it's time.
Why do
But
people
nah, you
even
held it in,
participate,
held it
man?
in.
Just go halfway, get your donuts, and leave.
It's a thing to do.
Right, but
I've
you
done
can
it for
you
like
can do
5
you can do
years.
the other half elsewhere. You don't have to run back to a pool of vomit. If you know there's going to be a pool of vomit at the end where everyone's vomiting, why would you go back there?
Because you gotta finish it.
You can finish it, but like not go there.
That sounds stupid, Ben.
You know. Well, I mean, the options are get some donuts and leave, or get some donuts, go back, and then vomit everywhere.
If you were gonna just get some donuts, you just go to Krispy Kreme. Those ones out there are cold and shitty anyway.
Yeah, but they're free.
they're not. You pay to do this race.
Not if you sneak in.
Oh, God damn it, Ben.
But we've completely lost Thomas because of the word running.
No, I was reading this thing.
He's already breathing.
I was still
heavily.
reading the article about the mice.
There,
yeah,
there
we were
weren't even
talking
any
about that,
mice,
yeah.
Thomas. They all died. These mice have been dead for 100 years.
There's a part in here, parabiosis,
Okay.
where you sew an old mouse and a new mouse
young
together
mouse, yeah.
so that they share a circulatory system. That's some medieval shit,
That's
man.
the head transplant. We were talking about that. I was wondering, why aren't we cutting animal heads off and switching them?
Because that doesn't work.
Well, isn't that what Corey just described?
It's because
No,
reconnecting.
you sew them at like the hip or something.
Ben, connecting a head
I don't
is
even know.
reconnecting the nervous system via the spine.
Look, that guy's
Whereas
going to
this
try
one is
it.
just connecting some vascular tissue, man.
Can we get an update on that? Someone look
It
at
was
that.
like a
there
week
hasn't been
ago,
an
Corey.
update since a week ago.
Since a week ago. No,
But wasn't he doing it like this week?
No, he's doing it this year.
Oh,
Doesn't
it's still this year though.
right? But he's still probably not going to do it because like there's no way that's going to happen.
He's probably already dead.
Yeah, they'll just find another guy.
Maybe
I don't
they
know.
had
I don't know
already
if you
cut-
saw the guy from that article, but he's clearly a supervillain.
Maybe they took the face off.
He looks like he looks just like Professor Strange from Batman.
That's because he is Ben.
Like he's got the same bald head and like chin beard.
Fantastic.
I mean,
I don't even know what
people
to call
have
that.
People are fans of things.
What?
I don't know.
He did it because he liked the character, is what Corey was trying.
Oh,
to
he was
imply.
emulating Professor Strange. That's the difficulty. Why is there a Professor Strange and a Doctor Strange?
So what do we go after this mouse thing? What do we do next?
What?
Do we put it in cats and see if the same thing happens?
Well, okay.
Next, they figure out why it does that because they don't know.
Wasn't
yeah.
it a protein? It's some kind of protein.
Yeah, no, that's what's doing it, Corey. They
Oh,
don't know
they need to
why
know.
it's doing that at all yet.
There's a big difference between discovering something happens and understanding why.
Now we'll spend the next 50 years figuring out why.
Basically.
For example, gravity.
Yeah.
It's basically the number one. Hey, things fall down, and we still don't know why.
I guess it would be weird if they didn't.
I mean, we kind of know why, but we don't know why.
Well, I mean,
Ah, yeah.
we basically do now, though, right?
Well, they still haven't
the-
discovered gravitons.
They found the Higgs boson, though. Wasn't that like the
Right,
piece
yeah,
that
but
we
Higgs
were missing?
boson is what gives rise to mass, Thomas. Okay, the Higgs boson creates Higgs boson creates the fields which allow the other subatomic particles to interact and like create mass,
Okay, all right.
which
get
isn't
it.
what gravity is. Gravity is like they still haven't found gravitons as far as I know. I don't think
All right.
there's been tested evidence of gravitons yet. But they're
I
necessary
can find
for
some.
Yeah, well, like we're still looking. Like
Drop
you
a
know,
rock.
or maybe they have. Maybe I'm wrong.
That's not proof that gravitons are. And I was like, what the fuck else did it? Nerd.
Exactly. He's got you there.
Yeah,
science
no,
man.
gravitons are still hypothetical. So yeah,
Okay.
we still haven't confirmed. They are a boson though, so you're a little bit right.
I was category right.
They are spin 2 bosons. Well, look, I mean, he could have said fermion. That would have been wrong.
Yeah, you
I could have
fucking
said an
nerd. You're
electron.
wrong.
That would have been all
Yeah.
kinds of wrong. Could have said granite.
Protons.
Could have said granite.
You guys are just listing fermions.
Is granite a fermion?
No, not granite. God damn it.
I could have said espion.
I mean,
Espion's pretty great.
here's the thing, right? So, like, science is going to continue into the future.
Is it?
No, I mean, probably. I can't guarantee it. But there's
No
a whole
one's
big
sure,
march.
Corey.
There's this
This
whole
is
big
Trump's
march.
America.
Yeah, there's a big march this
It's
weekend.
true.
People seem generally favorable. So I think it's probably going ahead.
Can I say something about that?
But
Not
in,
like
a,
anything
in a
politically
second, I'm not done with my
not
Pokemon
politically
joke.
divisive. It's just fucking meme signs, okay? That just makes everyone think your movement's fucking garbage. You go outside, you see a fucking sign that's got fucking Rick Sanchez on it saying some snarky ass bullshit. You're like, well, I'm immediately disapproving of anything you're saying.
Well,
Who
I
the
mean,
hell
maybe
is Rick
there's-
Sanchez?
Maybe they're just
from,
there having a
Rick
good
and Morty.
time.
Oh. I mean, first of all, you know, it's a general march. Who knows who is actually there? There's children there,
Fucking
Thomas.
been
They're not
obsessed
actually
with this
science.
kid lately.
What?
Been obsessed with
My
this
point
Rick
was there's
Sanchez
totally
kid.
going to be elementary particles named Espion in the future because nerds.
Yeah, probably.
I don't know that we'll discover any, man. This is pretty stupid.
Yeah, but like you just have to find something and name it Espion. It fits in with most of the nomenclature.
Honestly, if Nintendo eventually takes over the Japanese government, it'll probably happen.
Which is looking increasingly more likely. Nintendo Switch.
serious?
No, Corey, no, it's not.
That'd be dope, though.
No, it wouldn't.
Because then people would be studying the Espeon, and they'd be like, "You mean the Pokemon or that thing that science?"
Oh, that.
They
Yeah,
say, "Well,
that'd be fine. People confusing some kind of fundamental force with a Pokemon is fine.
yeah, but in 10 years, nobody will know what Espeon is.
Well, Corey, you could have said that back in 1996, and guess what? It's more popular than it ever was.
It's
Well,
true.
it's Pokemon. Well, I'm saying, dude, by the
Not
time
gonna
in 10
stop
years,
being Pokemon.
in 10 years, dude, they'll have like 1,000 million new Pokemon.
Yeah,
and
but it's still like Gen 2. It's still pretty up there.
Yeah, it's
still an
everyone
Eevee,
who
man.
played those games will be dead.
they're at like 821 now, and it took like 20 years to get there.
And there are people who play Gen 6 and probably
And they've
don't know
and
who
the rate of
Espeon is.
Pokemon releases has been like decreasing over time, so they'll probably be at like 1,200 in like 10 years. Would be my guess. Come back and check. Come listen to this podcast and say, "Oh, it's 10 years later. There's 1,400 Pokemon now. He was totally wrong." Or Japan doesn't exist anymore. He was totally wrong. Thanks, Kim Jong-un.
You're welcome.
Family of yours?
Anyway, speaking of future tech,
This is the episode Corey dies.
yeah, good.
And he's just fucking... Sweet
Facebook
potatoes,
working
man.
on mind-reading technology.
How do we feel about that?
The way
Pretty
they're-
bad.
Yeah, the way they're pitching it is to like communicate with people. And here's the real fucking kicker that I found from the article, okay? Is let me find this quote.
I'm
Okay.
impressed Thomas read these.
Facebook is working on optical neuroimaging systems that would allow people to type words directly from their brain at 100 words per minute. Basically what you can do with a keyboard if you're not retarded.
Yeah, but Thomas, we're getting lazier and lazier.
Yeah,
I'm not
but-
saying... There's some... I enjoy typing on a keyboard. I don't want it to just,
Which would you
be
rather
there.
do, though? Which would anyone on Earth rather do? Put on their fucking Facebook branded like helmet, or that cost them $200, or the $20 keyboard they got in 1996. That
But
still
Thomas,
works.
I can get notifications right there.
That's not what they're working on, Corey. It's
I know,
literally
but
just.
it'll
to
be.
type
You
so
don't think
far.
Facebook will be integrated into this thing?
Oh no, it's going to be integrating into their Oculus project.
It's
Almost
gonna
certainly.
be integrating into your brain, dude.
I can't believe people are still using Facebook.
I
Yeah.
go on there maybe once a week.
But like actively using it after everything that's come out about it being just the worst thing ever.
Dude, people don't know about that.
People-
I don't know about most of that shit.
Yeah, but all you have to do is like Google something one time while signing into Facebook, and the ads pop
Yeah,
up everywhere,
Ben-
and you're like, "Oh
Ben,
You
shit!"
could do that. You could do that for like literally anything,
Ben,
and people still don't do it.
you know all the terrible shit Nestle does, though, right?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
It's some
and
good
you're
ass
still-
chocolate milk though.
Yeah. See?
People still go and get that Nesquik money.
It's like
So, yeah.
Chick-fil-A, man. I'm sure they do some shady shit.
Yeah, everybody does.
You know what?
But
You know?
And
Yeah, that's
honestly,
fine.
for them, it's like the excuse for most people for Nestle is saying, "Well, it's just they own so much bullshit. It's really hard to avoid them."
yeah, it's hard to
For
avoid
Facebook, it's they're integrated in so many sites, or they have all of my friends on there, so it's hard to not use it.
That doesn't mean you have to be an active member.
That's fair, but I mean, still though, that's the thing. And then they're
Just
and
in
if
case
they've already
anybody
got it,
hasn't caught on to Nestle, by the way,
Oh yeah,
they
you're not woke about the whole Nestle situation.
they'll move into an area in Africa and buy the land all the water's on, and then refuse to allow people access to it unless they start paying them money.
Fantastic.
They just go and buy all the water rights in an area and sell it to people that were using the water in the area. Like they'll
I mean,
buy
it's
up a
not-
river.
Well, I
It's
mean,
not
what was the people
wrong.
who were doing with it what were the people who owned it
Shitting
earlier
in it.
doing with it?
Nothing. They weren't doing anything with it.
See, it's not wrong. It's just kind of fucking just being douchebags.
It's shitty.
But I mean, maybe they're if the river is like in shit condition, maybe they're restoring it and making it better.
They aren't though.
I mean, they're purifying
Okay.
they're purifying the water before they sell it, I imagine. To where
Yeah.
it's not just fucking
no,
but-
they're selling access, man. They're not
Oh
selling
yeah,
bottled
you're right.
water.
Shit. I don't
They're
I was
just
thinking bottles.
selling people to use the water there.
Yeah, like
They don't do anything to it.
they'll build a facility upstream from a place, right? So that they have control over the waterways, and then they'll have to sell access to people.
Jesus Christ.
So like this is
Yeah.
including like tribal groups. As if Africa didn't have enough problems. But yeah, no.
How can they do that? How can executives sit there and be like, "That's a good idea. Let's do this."
Steal water from Africans.
I don't understand.
I don't know.
You're worse than Thomas.
That's
Are they?
Yeah,
You're not. You're
Thomas,
not.
they are.
Yeah, you're
I'd be
not
the guy
acting.
on the board being like, "Is it still stealing if they're dead?"
It's grave robbing. It's a different. It's a special kind of stealing.
Yeah, but they
man.
won't know about it, so it's fine.
Yeah.
Why is this one thing in a different font?
Who cares? It got
What
copied
were we
over from
talking
something
about?
else and kept the formatting. There you
Well,
go.
Corey's the one that typed
Facebook.
it, I assume. It says, "What is the best poor person meal?"
What is your best poor person meal?
Yeah, that's what it is. That's a question.
All
Sure,
right.
why not? What's your
Well, I
best
mean-
poor person meal?
My go-to at the moment is some top ramen. All right.
Okay, now
It's
now
gotta
we
be
need to be clear, Corey. What are you asking with this question?
It's been on here for like 2 months, Ben.
I
don't
didn't
know.
even notice it until
I don't know.
right now.
Just I don't know. Let's say who knows? You lost your job and you don't have much money in the bank, and you're not doing well.
All right.
Whatever.
So my
fine,
go-to at the
goddamn.
moment.
I thought
is
you were just
take
talking about trash food.
No, we can talk about that too.
Yeah, that's the next tier.
Okay.
All right. So you take some Maruchan brand ramen, not the top ramen, Maruchan. That's the good shit. All right. You take that, you cook it up. You don't microwave the shit. You boil it. Some people microwave it. They're fucking dumb. Once you've done it, you drain the water. You fucking put it on top of like a spoonful of peanut butter. All right. Some Texas Pete
Wait,
sriracha
what
cha.
do you mean you put it on top of peanut butter? I don't
The
understand.
ramen. You have a bowl. Inside the bowl is like
Thomas,
a
we're gonna need you to make a video of this. This is gonna be a
You know,
video.
yeah, you know,
Inside the
we're
bowl.
stopping, Thomas. We're stopping now. You're making a video.
Okay, that's fine.
You can continue to describe it.
Yeah,
but
go
you
ahead.
I'm
also
gonna,
Go
I'm gonna
crazy.
describe it. Inside the bowl is 2 spoonfuls of peanut butter. You put the ramen on top of the peanut butter with like minimal water with it, just some. You don't want to have like a whole bunch of broth. You add some Texas Pete brand sriracha cha. It'll run you like $3, but one bottle will last you like 60 of these fucking things. And some garlic salt or whatever spices you want. And then you just fucking mix it all up with your fork and bam, you got a very hearty bowl of ramen.
Ugh.
No, I
It's
think
very
you
filling.
failed to point out, which I think is a crucial step, is that you take the flavor packet and throw it in the trash.
No, yeah, you don't use the flavor packet. Flavor packet will murder you before poverty will. Although I guess that is poverty murdering you.
Yeah.
Well, okay, that was an answer. Did you
Yeah.
put this on here?
I didn't put it on here.
No, it's just what he eats every day.
I eat it like 3-4 times a week. Yeah.
Thomas, you gotta stop, man.
Why?
That's not good for you.
It's cheap. It's filling. I'm using garlic salt for the spice, man. What part of it isn't good for me?
All of it?
Name one part.
The salt?
Yeah, but how much of
It's
the
fucking
salt is
garlic
in?
salt.
Yeah, how much of the salt is the noodles themselves?
I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't listening.
Basically
at all,
none.
So I don't really remember what the ingredients were. I think
The
peanut
ingredients
butter is
are
something you
ramen
said.
noodles, peanut butter, sriracha cha, and garlic.
That just
and whatever
that just
spices
sounds
you
like
want.
it's gonna taste like shit.
Yeah,
keeps
I
saying
know.
all of it.
That's what I
Honestly-
thought when somebody told me, but it tasted great, and it was filling too. And that's really what I want.
I'm not eating that, dude. That's fucking gross.
I mean, okay, that's fine. I was just answering the question.
See, I don't know if it includes the flavor packet or not, but like the salt that's listed on the packaging is like 75% of the salt you're supposed to have in a day.
no, Ben, it's only 40.
What? No, but see,
You could eat.
the
You
number.
could eat 2 of those things and be fine.
Okay, there's 1,820 milligrams in there, right?
Wow, you just I guess so.
And you're supposed to have 2,300.
I got 830 milligrams in this
Yeah.
one. No,
Yeah,
wait,
well, just
never
pour,
mind.
pour
never
some
mind.
of it out. Then
Never mind.
Don't take all of
1670
it.
milligrams.
Oh boy, that's
70% daily value. Yeah.
How do you even get that much salt in there? It's like they're trying.
Yeah, well, Corey, salt makes things taste palatable.
Yeah.
They put salt in there so it doesn't taste like nothing.
But either way, I'm not using the fucking flavor packet.
See, but I don't
Well,
know.
that's
I
good.
don't know
Thanks
how
for
much
doing
is in that. That's my point.
My mom eats those things.
Well, looking at the
flavor
ramen
packets?
noodle ingredients,
yeah, it's just straight up the flavor packets. No, you asshole. Those fucking ramens.
I don't. I've never understood your parents.
I don't either, man. I don't understand. She goes to Trader Joe's and buys all this high quality food and then just sits there and eats fucking ramen. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? Throw that shit out.
Wait, is she eating like fucking instant ramen?
Yes.
Well, then that's fucking garbage. Yeah.
Yeah, I tell her every time, I'm like, what the fuck are you doing?
Like, I mean, is she mixing it with other things, or is she
No,
just...
she'll just eat.
She doesn't
That's
cook
fucking
it. She just
stupid.
bites into the brick.
No, that's the fucking dumbest shit I've ever heard.
I don't know. What
At least break an egg over that bitch. Jesus.
She'll like she doesn't even like want to eat other food sometimes. She's just like, I'm just gonna eat ramen. But she cooks dinner and stuff, and then she just sits and eats ramen. I'm like,
But yeah,
fuck.
that's another way to improve basically any ramen-based dish, which is what a bunch of poor people are gonna eat. Just fucking cook an egg and put it on top of that bitch. Good eats.
I mean, basically everything's better with peanut butter.
That's a Food Network show, Thomas. Good Eats with forgot his name.
I mean, it was a phrase before it was a Food Network show. That's why they named the Food Network show after that phrase.
I got a whole line of like.
Alton Brown.
Could-
Was it Alton Brown? Am I right?
Nobody
cares?
knows who Alton Brown is, Corey. You're just making names up. We would just agree with you.
It is
Just so-
Alton Brown.
Just so
Fuck you.
Just so you would be quiet.
I'm right. He's that fucking smart guy that knows about food and stuff.
Bill
He's
Nye
that
the Science
smart
Guy?
guy that knows about food. Bill,
Yeah.
how much can Bill Nye know about food? The man's a skeleton.
More than shit. That was good. You
Good
did
Eats
it,
is
Ben.
actually a pretty good show. I'd recommend watching that.
What?
Good Eats
Okay, that's fine.
with Alton Brown.
I'm not going to watch it.
Yeah, I don't care what you do.
I can't believe Jackie Chan's show is coming back.
You're not gonna
Oh,
tell me
yeah.
you're poor person food?
No. What do you want? Instant mashed potatoes.
It's the mashed potatoes too expensive. That's like $2.30 a packet.
I was just gonna.
They're
say
absolutely
chicken.
not, dude. They cost like $1.
Oh shit! Yeah, I forget.
Those taste
I was
so
thinking about
bad,
like
though.
the packets of Idaho and
Those are wait.
I don't care. I like them. They're fine.
They're not, dude.
What,
They
the
taste
packets of
so
Idahoan?
fucking bad.
Any of them.
the
I
packets
bought-
of
I bought,
Idaho
like-
are fine, dude.
Those were
Yeah,
on
they're all
sale, and
fine.
I was like, "Oh shit, I'm gonna buy a bunch of these." And then I never ate them because they taste like shit.
Yeah, and then
No.
I got them, and it was
No,
great.
they taste fine to me. I don't care.
This is how like the group works. Is basically we just trickle all our shit down to Thomas.
Yeah.
Like whenever I gotta get rid of some stuff in my place, I just say, Thomas, you want this shit? He's gonna take that little BioShock hook thing.
They're like, I'll fucking take it.
Fucking trash man. He is the trash man.
I mean, basically. Hey man, that's like $20 if I bother to sell it.
That's true. Thomas has the
yeah, but you have to
Thomas has the follow through to go to Hardee's and sell a man a Nerf gun for $10. Whereas I look at that,
Dude,
I'm
it was like
that's-
$100, wasn't it?
No, it
I
was
don't-
like 50. 'Cause
Whatever
was
it
the
is.
Nerf
Yeah.
Vulcan.
whatever
that
it is.
That
like,
BioShock
I just,
thing ain't worth that much.
I look at something and I'm like, I make $20 off this. I just want to throw it in the trash. I don't want to have to think about talking to somebody. But point being,
Well, see, the thing is, you couldn't sell it on eBay because those things on eBay only sell for like $30.
Yeah, anything,
And shipping's probably like $10, and then they take the fees away, so you're left with like $15. So it's not even worth it.
yeah, the problem with eBay is if you're selling anything large, you very quickly run out of profit.
Yep. Stupid buy Yu-Gi-Oh cards and they spend $3 in shipping, and I paid $1 for it. Fucking stupid kids.
Well, believe it or not,
Fucking retards.
they're buying Yu-Gi-Oh cards, Corey. It was already a scam.
No, I was buying them.
Oh,
I scammed them.
oh.
Who cares?
Not even though.
But Jackie Chan
okay.
show, Animated Adventures, it's coming back. Now, did I understand correctly that it's coming back, or is it being like restarted?
I don't remember. I just saw the title.
You just saw the title and
We'll
just
figure it
freaked out. You saw
Yeah.
Jackie Chan Adventures and just started screaming.
I think I saw somewhere that it's happening. It's a big thing in China.
The first 3 words in this article are "my fellow millennials," so I don't blame Corey for not.
Oh God, I would check out immediately. That's
Yeah.
trash. That's like saying, "Oh God, what? Never mind. What's up, fellow?" That's literally like "What's up, fellow kids" level from 30
Yeah.
Rock.
It really is.
I bet this guy's like 100 years old. His name is Charles Bramesco. That guy's got to be
Find
1,000. No, he's probably 28.
Okay, so Jackie Chan says it's meant to help young children to do things they always
Yeah,
like
we'll
to
revive
do,
the
like...
animated series.
What the fuck?
Yeah,
Wait
they're
a minute.
doing
Let me
new
read
thing.
this again. Or maybe I don't know how to read. It's meant to help young children to do things they don't always like to do, like don't look at your phone for too long, remember to brush your teeth, and pick up your trash.
Okay.
What does that have to do with anything?
I don't
Oh,
understand.
they
He's
want
saying the
kids
show
to
is
do
supposed to be
morals.
moralistic, man. God damn.
Yeah.
How do you not pick up on that?
Because I just took a random chunk and
Yeah,
started
the
reading.
series will eschew the original's 2D design for 3D computer-generated animation.
I'm out.
Oh no,
Yeah.
that's gonna ruin it though.
Yeah, and the other thing is, too, the thing you brought up.
Yeah.
Chan
I
will...
mean-
Hold on, shut up. Chan will join forces with a full squad of kid protagonists to protect a magical
Oh.
dreamland from encroaching beasties.
That sounds
Yep.
gay.
This sounds like
Yeah.
trash. We're out, guys. Sorry.
Shit.
Television's over.
Come on, Chan, man.
I mean, to be fair, he doesn't even
be
do
fair-
much. He wasn't
be
even a
fair-
voice.
No one even watched the first one.
I mean, they did.
Lots of people
mean,
did.
It ran for years.
It doesn't mean
It
anyone
had
watched
5
it.
seasons and a movie.
I did.
Redwall ran for years. Nobody watched that shit.
Did it though?
No, you didn't.
No, I said did it
Yeah.
though.
Not Redwall. No, I had like a season.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Okay, then.
It had like one book, and it was that first one that no one read. There's a bunch of Redwall books. That guy's dead, right? We talked about that.
Yeah, Brian Jasquez, that fucking face.
There's no way that's how his name is pronounced.
Whatever, man. He's
definitely
Irish or some
Jacques.
shit, probably. It had 2 seasons, so it
Could
was on
be
for
Jacques
years.
Hugh.
No.
Well, I mean, I'm not going to look it up, so I'll just take whatever you say as fact and gospel and move on.
Yo, what's that, Thomas? What's that cartoon movie with that weird ass rat?
Ratatouille.
Scary.
Oh, Secret of Nim.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Redwall is basically the not scary version of that.
That's
Because there's
'cause
a
you
rat
never
in there
read
that
the
looks
books.
exactly like him. No, man, because they were too long.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, it's pronounced Jock. I looked it up.
The Redwall
Nobody
books?
wants to read Nobody wants to read a story about rats.
Those books were like 200 pages, and the font was huge.
No, they
Yeah.
weren't 200 pages.
They absolutely were.
No.
How many words do you think are in those books?
I don't know. 1,000?
That's-
That's like 5 pages, Corey.
Yeah, I know.
Oh no. Fucking
know,
size
100,000?
127 font.
One
Oh,
letter
God
per
damn
page,
it.
Thomas. Now, wouldn't that be something to read?
No, it wouldn't. No one would
Yeah,
read
yeah.
that. It'd be too much work.
Yeah.
A 4-letter word, and you're like, well, giving up on this one.
4-letter word is too much, he says.
Yeah.
That's what I would do, just to be purposely wasteful.
like,
Just
all
fucking-
of these books have like 100,000 words in them.
Yeah.
That's it. That's
It's
nothing.
100,000 too many, dude. Look, man, when you're 10 years old, you don't want to do that.
I did.
Did you?
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, fuck you, buddy.
I don't. That's really not that many.
I was digging holes in the ground, Thomas.
Yeah, we did the whole thing. Just for some context, that's like a third the length of the shortest A Song of Ice and Fire book. So, not very long. Although that's a little bit longer than I thought because it's children's books. But it's not Magic Treehouse. I'll give you that. You do have to hold in for more than 20 pages.
Yeah.
Magic Treehouse was a good time.
It's not.
It's not. It was
I imagine I
garbage.
could read those books and still enjoy them
You
to
could,
this
yeah,
day.
but
No,
if
you
you
could
can
not.
read one in like 5 minutes.
that
And it
doesn't
would be
mean
a
I'm not
bad
enjoying
5
it.
minutes.
Yeah,
Would
it
it?
would be like that's the worst
Yes.
5 minutes I spent all day.
No, I've literally had worse.
right after the 5
5
minutes I spent on that terrible
You could
podcast I listened
spend
to.
5 minutes staring at a wall.
think it was called
and it would be
Apocalypse
more mentally
Rescheduled.
stimulating.
I'm having a whole conversation by myself in the corner.
Yeah,
Well,
no
see,
one
it
cares.
depends, Thomas. Like, you can stare at a wall, but it's like a blank canvas.
Fuck
Now, to
off.
be fair, people do spend a lot of their time on complete trash stuff, like watching Adam Sandler movies on Netflix.
Hey, there it
Oh,
is.
yeah.
500 million hours, everyone.
Yeah, Netflix users have spent 500 million hours on Adam Sandler films.
Somehow,
Yeah.
how many are on there? Do they have his old stuff on there, or just the new things?
I
It's
guess a
mostly
lot
new
of
things.
I think a lot more people like Adam Sandler or stand him than I think.
Here's the thing, Corey. He wasn't popular for no reason. A lot of people liked. Every Transformers movie makes $1 billion, and it doesn't make
But-
all that money internationally. There are still
But
people watching
like.
them.
But see, all of his popularity was back in the day before Netflix. So that means people are like, "Oh, I want to watch an Adam Sandler movie. Let's watch Mr. Deeds for the 30th time."
Okay,
Waterboy.
just for some context, there are 8 Adam Sandler movies on Netflix currently.
Yeah.
They are
You guys remember that Ridiculous Six movie?
they are The Ridiculous
No, I never
Six,
watched it.
Waterboy, Anger Management, Sandly Web. That font is like impossible to read. I can't even tell what it says. Wexler, The Do-Over,
Yeah, Sandy Wexler.
Big Daddy, The Cobbler, Hotel Transylvania. So there's
Speaking
8,
of
and that's 500
speaking of
million hours divided between them.
in 2016, Ridiculous Six was the most watched Netflix new release.
Yeah,
Ever.
hearing that just makes you like sort of lose hope a little bit. It's like you're kind of dying a little bit on the inside.
Well,
Maybe people thought it was
To an extent, Ben. If you want to view it optimistically, you'd be like, yes, the normies are embracing not cable television sources
Yeah,
of
No,
entertainment.
I'd rather them watch cable.
Yeah, so they're like, yeah, great. Okay, we're moving on from cable into online streaming-based things. We're advancing.
until television becomes a Spotify service, it's like I don't know why they haven't figured it out yet. Spotify does
Because
great.
IP law
Everybody's
is
streaming
fucking
service is trash.
complicated.
Yeah, but everybody has different record labels, man.
What?
Like the music industry is no
yeah.
less complicated than the television industry.
Isn't Spotify terrible for music, though?
Yeah, it is. It's really trash. It's ruining it, but it exists. Why- I don't care if most television dies. Just the stuff I care about lives. That's fine.
Yeah, Ben, the stuff you care about...
We'll be behind paywalls.
Yeah, no, the stuff you care about will die a lot earlier than a lot of the stuff that
The stuff
normies
I care about, those people are already not making money.
Yeah.
They're either
So they'll make even less.
they're either huge or they're making none. So
Yeah.
it's the middle ground that falls out. There's only 2 of these movies, the Adam Sandler movies, that aren't complete trash. And even
Waterboy.
Waterboy's okay, Big Daddy's okay. Everything else on here is just embarrassingly bad.
I'm not a really big fan of Big Daddy.
It's okay. It's not any better or worse than the other early ones.
Mr. Deed's all right.
I enjoyed Billy Madison and Happy Gilmore.
Billy Madison's awful. I don't know what you're talking about.
I
don't
enjoyed
remember
it the
what-
time I watched it.
What's Billy Madison?
Billy Madison's the one about the retarded rich kid.
Yeah. And he's like fucking 30 and he has to like redo all of the grades over the course
Oh
of a
God,
month.
this movie was terrible.
Yeah, it
that
was.
movie's awful.
Oh no, I had forgotten about it.
Happy
Happy
Gilmore.
Gilmore
Happy
was
Gilmore's
good, though.
pretty good. I'll give you Happy Gilmore.
Was that the golf one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty.
Everything else is like that's the best one. Everything else is like not close.
It
Was
had
he even
Bob
done
Saget
since?
in there beating the shit out of him. That was good.
Yeah,
It's Bob
dude.
Barker Thomas.
Bob Barker, you're right.
Yeah,
Shit.
dude.
Bob Saget's an entirely different person.
Although he totally would have done that role too if he wanted.
He would have done any role, man. Where is he now?
Fuck, I don't know. Maybe is he doing a stand up again or is he dead?
I know Bob Saget's probably fine. He was in Full House, right?
Yeah, he was in
No.
Full House and he had a very long-lived stand-up career before.
He
that.
probably, he's probably fine. I just never watched that show. I know he wasn't. He wasn't in the sequel series. I know that.
Well, yeah, and
Adam-
that's good because that was shit.
Yeah,
The Sandman is $300.
that's at
million.
at the same time that Netflix is funding a whole bunch of really good television. They're also funding some really trash stuff,
Yeah,
and hopefully they can sort that out.
Speaking of really good things,
It's not
on
offensive to me
Netflix,
that it exists. It's just don't waste money on it.
mentioned 2 things. The Chappelle thing
Yeah,
is fucking awesome.
and there's one more coming.
Dude, I don't really watch that much stand up like at all. And I had a fucking great time watching that.
I've seen most. Well, not most. I've probably seen half the stand up on Netflix.
Just because anything Dave Chappelle does, I'll watch.
Yep.
I've never seen anything where I didn't like it.
To be fair, how much have you seen? He had 2 stand-up sets previously, and like.
Well, I'm just saying content that he's made.
Okay. Well,
Some of his
I don't know.
movies and his show.
Did you see? Oh God, Half Baked.
I think so.
His movie. Half Baked is a movie about him and his friends getting high, and they have to steal. They have to sell marijuana
Oh.
to get their friend out of prison.
yes, I saw that.
That movie's not very good.
I enjoyed it, but it was like an ironic kind of thing.
Also, no, wait, no, he's in Robin Hood Men in Tights, right? That was pretty good, actually.
Mm-hmm.
I confuse it sometimes with the other one, but that one's at least kind of entertaining because it's satire.
I don't know. I just fucking the Chappelle show, obviously.
So Corey was just like, "Oh yeah, the Chappelle Show." Thomas, is Mystery Science Theater the new one any good?
It's not as good as the old one. I feel like they try too hard for it. The jokes are more dense. There's more of them. They're just like rapid firing a lot more.
I mean,
than
to be fair, the old series,
old
man, they
three did.
talked more or less constantly.
It was less in the old series. You'll pick it up.
Okay. Oh man, they added the Prestige to Netflix. This is our let's just see what's on Netflix part of the show.
The other thing is, I don't know if it's recent, but the Trailer Park Boys did a Out of the Park series, and it's worth a watch. They just basically travel around Europe and have to do these ridiculous tasks in order to eat.
I remember when nobody knew about Trailer Park Boys, and we discovered it, and we're like, "This is neat." And then
They're really doing stuff with their brand,
and then
which is
like
kinda
5
cool.
years later, it was huge, and I was like, "What's going on? I don't understand."
Oh.
It just
All right, I
blew
finished
That's
up.
what happens when things are good, Ben. They get popular.
I
Yeah, but
finished
it
investigating.
existed
Bob
for
Saget
like
just finished up
15
a-
years before.
Oh, okay.
It took a while because, I mean, to be fair, if you play the first episode, it kind of looks like shit, and yeah,
It kind
I
of
mean,
has.
if I open that on the random, I would probably just close it immediately.
It almost has like
Have
a
you seen it?
Seinfeld isn't funny thing going on, because I feel like a lot of television emulated it subsequently, whether or not it was on
Yeah.
purpose. But like, no, obviously we discovered it many years, like probably 10 years after it had come out
Well,
initially.
It was you. I discovered it.
What are we talking about?
Okay, Trailer Park Boys.
Oh, okay.
Which you guys haven't seen the most recent seasons, but they're pretty good.
Okay.
As,
I
as
finished
soon
up-
as you can get past them looking like shit because they're old as fuck.
Yeah, I don't like. I'm not trying to step on anybody's toes, because I only found it after like I think the 7th season had come out, and I was like, "This is great. Why does no one talk about this?"
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe.
That late?
Yeah,
Seventh season?
maybe it was the 6th.
Shit.
I'm not 100% sure, but it was
Wow.
it was significantly after the show had started. Well, I mean, Corey, the show started in like 2002, right?
Yeah.
So obviously, I mean, I didn't see it aired in Canada, man. I didn't see it on television. I found it on the internet.
Oh shit. 2001.
Yeah, because it's got what's her name?
Tons of people still don't know. what
Ellen Page is in like season 2, but she's a child. The show's ancient,
it is. Yeah.
and that's the part of where we're done with that. We got anything else?
I finished my Bob Saget research, and he's still doing stuff. He just finished up a stand-up tour, like in April or May.
To be completely honest, Thomas, I couldn't pick Bob Saget out of a lineup. I don't know who
Really?
he is.
Okay,
I don't know that I've ever seen him.
that's fine.
The fact that
I
I knew he
suppose.
was in Full House is actually a recent development. I only made that connection like probably in the last 6 months, and I don't know why it would have happened.
Okay.
I've never seen Full House once.
Well, you're not missing anything.
Yeah, honestly, dude, you can say any sitcom if you say
Yeah.
this sitcom's name. You can say you're not missing anything immediately afterwards.
Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Yeah, okay, I'll give you
I'd
Fresh
say
Prince.
it's prototypical. It's like
Yeah.
it's like the Fresh
King of
Prince
Queens.
No, King of Queens is literally the worst show I've ever seen.
Kevin James, everyone.
If you want to count Sunny, you could hypothetically count Sunny.
No, that's not.
It is a
not
situational comedy. It is unquestionably
Man,
a situational
You
comedy.
can call any comedy a situation.
Right, but like it's a core group of the cast and it mostly operates out of one location. So
I know, but it just
fulfills
doesn't seem like that.
right. It is
just doesn't.
yeah, it is a subversion of the genre, but that doesn't necessarily preclude it from being in the genre. I'm just saying that you might consider it one. I personally don't, but it meets a lot of the requirements.
I also watched. What was Tim Allen's thing?
Home Improvement.
Yeah, that was a good.
That
show.
had
He had
the,
like hasn't he had like 10 shows?
That's the only one I know about.
Who fucking knows?
Not him.
But yeah, Home
There's
Improvement.
no way he remembers like his life. As many drugs as he's done in his life, there's no way he
Home
remembers.
Improvement is like a tier below. Full House is a tier below Fresh Prince, and all of those are like based off of like due to just Cosby Show influence. That's the sitcom lineup. I wouldn't say that the Cosby Show is better than any of them, but it's hard to rank it because it definitely was the first.
Honestly, a history of
Of its
sitcoms
type.
might be potentially interesting to read. I assume that it's been charted out relatively frequently.
Yeah, no, like Cosby Show got predated by what's the one where he's spousal abuse all the time?
Oh, you're talking about the Honeymooners.
One of these days, Alice. Yeah,
yeah,
that-
that's the Honeymooners. That one's like the 50s, man.
yeah.
There's a lot. There's a lot
That's
between.
that's
that-
the original. That's like
Yeah.
The main big one from back then, and then it was Cosby Show.
Well,
and
no.
then-
Then it was All in the Family.
Yeah. But All in the Family had less of an influence, I would say, later.
All in the Family is arguably
The
like
rest
one
of
of the better sitcoms ever, just because it sort of evolves as a show as opposed to
Yeah, that's fair.
look the kids.
As opposed to
heard of
everything
that show.
resetting every 20
You've never heard of
minutes.
All in the Family? Okay. Oh, I mean, yeah, All in the Family is the one with Archie Bunker, and it sort of plays racism and xenophobia off satirically. It's sort of interesting, like as a timestamp, as a cross section of like society at that point in time.
A time
watching
capsule.
it now, yeah, a time
God
capsule,
damn.
yeah. But
Anyway.
don't watch it because it's ancient and it's a sitcom.
Yeah, fuck that.
Yeah, I know.
Just watch clips on YouTube. Do that.
It's still-
do
Nine
that at work
seasons of
tomorrow.
anything.
Even if it's
Do
one
that
of
at
the
work
best sitcoms
tomorrow.
ever, it's still a sitcom. Yeah, honestly though, you're watching like wood splitting
Lumberjacking
competitions.
competitions.
Yeah.
I'm
Go
not
ahead
gonna
and
sit
watch
there
some.
and just watch Netflix.
No, I'm just saying YouTube clips of the show.
Nah, dude, I don't know about that.
He mocks
It's
Polish
curated.
people all the time. You'll fit right in.
It's pretty. I have
true.
a good time watching these competitions, man.
Sure.
Okay,
I'll take your
well,
word
fine,
for it.
whatever. Cunt.
And Pokemon openings.
Oh God, how many cards come in a pack of Pokemon cards now?
I think it's 10.
For some reason, I thought it fell a lot.
Well, that's because the Pokemon cards are generally better quality material than Yu-Gi-Oh cards, so they're thicker and they feel.
Everything's more quality than Yu-Gi-Oh cards, man.
Oh shit!
Oh,
It's
crap.
true though.
Even literal garbage.
Magic is better. That's all I can name. I don't know any other ones.
Yeah. Baseball
What's a
cards.
will?
Oh yeah, there you go. Those things are like fucking an inch thick.
Here's your entire like slice of a tree. We just painted
that's
the
They
card
could
on
call that
top
a
of it.
board.
They need to do that. They laser cut some cards like that. That'd be neat.
Get into wood chunks.
Yeah, dude.
Special limited pine edition.
Yeah, dude.
You don't want it made out of
They
pine.
say-
You want like cedar or something that'll last.
Pine's the low level entry stuff, man. You got to get people in
Thomas,
on the cheap stuff.
You just have
Yeah,
to
you're
put
right.
it in
Use
your
pine
protector
for like the
sleeves.
wood etched common cards.
Pine is a common. It goes all the way up to redwood.
Ooh, shit.
It goes
Oh,
all the
man,
way
they
up to
own-
it's a crime to own.
Oh god. Goes all the way up to 6 pygmies died in Brazil for this.
They didn't have to. We just did it for fun. There are tribes that like were eating pygmies back in like the 80s.
Oh
They
man.
probably still do, Ben.
You know what? They probably do it low key, but like it was like armies were eating pygmies as a food source.
Oh no. Okay.
They're like, look, this non-human thing we can totally eat without feeling any consequences.
God damn.
Did you see the Mummy 2?
I don't remember.
Where they were like
Yeah, I
they're
saw
like
the Mummy too.
they're like pygmy mummies, and they literally just steal the scene from Jurassic World. Wait, no, Jurassic Park 2, Lost World.
Oh,
Where
where,
the
that
veloci-
kid gets ripped apart by the chicken-sized ones?
No, where the Velociraptors are running through the tall grass. They have the exact same scene. In
Oh
shit.
yeah, oh yeah, the little fucking tiny little thing.
Yeah,
Oh,
they
that
have
was
the
an
they have the
awful
exact
scene.
same scene in the Mummy 2. And I even at the time I was like, this is stolen from Jurassic Park, and it was.
Yeah.
I mean, that's fine. So
I'm sure it's not the first time, but like they came out relatively close together. So
I'm sure a shit ton of things were stolen from Jurassic Park.
well, this was the second Jurassic
Dinosaurs,
Park.
for example.
Like, yeah, dude, dinosaurs. Where do you think dinosaurs came from, Ben? That movie.
I don't know.
Oh, goodness
It used to
gracious.
be true. I don't think it's true anymore. But in the first 3 Jurassic Park movies,
What?
there was
Oh.
only one. There was only one dinosaur that had been killed the entire series, and it was the little black girl does like a spin move on a pole, right? Because she knows gymnastics, and she kicks a velociraptor into a spike and kills it. And it was like the only dinosaur that had died in any of the movies.
Well,
Fantastic.
Obviously, a bunch of stuff dies in Jurassic World because you have to scale up your destruction with sequels. But you know,
and we learned that from the new Fast and Furious movie.
yeah. Or we would have if
Fate
we had
of the
seen it.
Furious.
Did you not see it again?
No, still haven't seen it.
Fucking Christ!
I'm not going to go see a movie by myself in the middle of the day
I don't see what the problem with that is. I'd even do that.
because
You pay less.
that's true. I probably should. I didn't do
Yeah.
anything today. I should have done that.
You guys want to talk about digital athletes?
No, I think I just want to stop.
Okay, I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
What are we gonna watch next week?
What are we gonna watch next week?
What did I
was it?
say?
Rocky.
What did I
We were
suggest?
doing Rocky.
Rocky.
Oh, yeah.
Thomas is gonna watch all the
I'm
Rocky.
gonna watch all the
movies.
Rockies because I've seen none of them, and I guess
I'm gonna watch Rocky
for
Balboa, 'cause I
discussion
haven't seen
we'll
them.
have like Rocky Balboa.
No, we're gonna have the first one.
All right.
Creed. Okay.
No, we're doing the first one. You can watch any of them that you want. We'll talk about it, but officially the first one.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
Okay.
In
So I
any
got some
order
shit
you
to
want. We'll
watch.
talk about them all. We'll talk about the one with the robots. We'll talk about the one where he has kids. We'll talk about the ones where he fights Mr. T. Whatever.
Oh
Okay.
shit! Yeah.
All right.
Good movies.
And then we
Thanks, people.
Goodbye.
and we died.
Oh, yeah.